are now rocking with the hottest boxing podcast in the land with your host, Coach Malachi Williams.
True.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up, family? It's our boy Coach Malachi in the building. I need to see what I sound like. I think my soundboard is acting up. Bear with me. Yeah. All right. I'm trying to see I'm talking through the headphones.
True.
All right, I hear that. Hear the sound effects. Y'all let me know how I sound. Y'all let me know how I sound, fam. It seems like for some reason my soundboard is hold on. Y'all let me know how I sound. If I sound good, let me know. Hey, shout out to Hollywood Leon, man. Hollywood Leon, what's going on, brother? Shout out to Legacy Mindset. Let's get it in. We're gonna have a good show today. Let's get it in. We're gonna have a good show today. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, cool. I still don't know what the fuck going on with my soundboard, but it is what it is. Fucking, I ain't tripping. As long as we sound good, that's all that matters. Cause I sound good over here, but I wanted my sound to kind of go through. It is what it is. Just some technical shit that y'all probably don't need to worry about. But shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Summit in November, Legacy Mindset. Feel good to be back home, back in the office anyways. I got a chance to hit the gym right quick. I didn't get the workout that I wanted to get. You know what I mean? I did leg squats and shit like that, but hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I see something. Y'all bear with me one moment. I see something. I knew it was something. I saw something. Let's get it. All right there. Hold on. Let me see what's up. Do I like it now? Nah, I kind of want it down a little bit. The camera. I'm trying to adjust the camera angle. Hold on. Trying to adjust the camera angle. Yeah, about right there. That should be it. Okay, cool. All right, because it was cutting. It was showing some of the computer, some of the monitor a little bit. Anyways, once we get to 100, we're going to give everybody a round of applause. Let me go ahead and do this so I can see if we had 100. This will let me know if we hit 100 or not. Let me see where we at. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Let's give everybody a round of applause, man. It is what it is, man. We had 100. We over 100 right now. So everybody roll in. Y'all share this live show, man. Share this live. It's going to be a good one. Share this live. Share it. Hit the like button. Become a member of the show. We are in the takeoff phases right now. Some of you guys don't really know what's going on, but I can promise you I got a lot of shit going on right now. We are in the takeoff phase. We are at Cape Canaveral. No, Cape Canaveral. Talking about Canaveral. We at Cape Canaveral, in Florida. You know, we are at the space shuttle, and the space shuttle is on the launch pad. The rocket boosters are idling up right now. the rockets that's on the space shuttle, not just the rocket booster, but the actual space shuttle rockets is idling up right now. You know how you be in the airplane and you board the plane and then you sit there and then, you know, they do all this goddamn talking and shit and yada, 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 yada. And then they turn the plane on. And then you start hearing the plane rev up. You start hearing the plane, you know what I mean? He say, turn it down a notch. It's too loud. Oh, is it too loud? Hold on, somebody say too loud. Who said turn it down a notch? Oh, okay, hold on. Say turn it down. Bear with me one moment. Say turn it down a notch. Okay, cool. Let me do this. Told you my soundboard tripping, man. I don't know what the fuck going on. Let's go here. All right, what do I sound like now? Is that low enough? Mr. G4L say I sound good. What about now? What about now? I got it. I turned it down. I don't know. Let me see what I sound like. Hold on. Let me go right here. The one Mr. Ham says cool. You say it's cool? Okay. Aquarius Bound say good. Okay. Oh, you say perfect, Brandon? All right, cool. All right, good looking out. Yeah, I think I had the volume. I think I had the volume on 200 through StreamYard. So what I did was I just put it down. I just put it down to 100. All right, cool. All right, good looking out. So now I'm finna tell y'all what's going on. Cause you know, we talking about the True Media family. Shout out to DT. DT, salute to you, fam. Salute to my brother DT. We are on the launch pad. So I'm giving y'all real time information. We are on the launch pad and the shuttle is idling up, getting ready to take off. But it can't take off on its own. It needs help. And I give you guys this analogy all the time. So the help that it needs comes in the form of a rocket booster. That's 10 times, that's twice as big, 3 or 4 times bigger than the space shuttle. It's idling up. When that motherfucker take off, when they do the countdown and they say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When they do that, take off. And that bitch launch, y'all gonna see it. True. Anyways, let's go. Let's get into the show. Shout out to Marty King Boston. Shout out to Raymond. Shout out to Summer in November. Shout out to TJK. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to James Stewart in the building. Shout out to Anton Beck. My sister Summer. Shout out to Green Eyes P. Legacy Mindset. Al Money. Shout out to Kiki. Shout out to Kiki. Falcon 784. The lovely Miss Sheila. H-Town down. You know what I mean? Shout out to New Country. What's going on, brother? Antoine Elliott. Anton Beck. Shout out to Mr. Joseph Bailey. Hey, what's going on, brother? Hey, shout out to man, you know, I met so many people this weekend, man. Hey, shout out to my brothers from Kansas City, man. Steve, him and his father, his cousins or whatever, his brothers. Yeah, man. Shout out to them brothers out there in Kansas City, man. KC, they was out there in Kansas City, you know, Kansas City Mackin. Shout out to them boys out there in Norfolk, Virginia, man. You know, Norfolk, Virginia, you know, showed me a whole lot of love, man. Shout out to what's my main man? Edwin De Los Santos. Yeah, shout out to Edwin De Los Santos. You know, he's a nice guy. He really is a nice person, bro. You know, he not on no diva shit. Shout out to Coach Sonny. Shout out to Edwin De Los Santos coach, Cello Gloves. Shout out to Cello Gloves. Salute to you, fam. And everybody else, man. Bud, Timothy Bradley, the brother I saw from the LDBC. Shout out to you too. He was a good dude. And just anybody else I forgot. It's so many motherfuckers out, you know. It is what it is. Oh yeah, shout out to Evan Corn. Salute to you. Shout out to Ron. Shout out to Ron from Fight Hype. Anyway, let's get it. There's a whole lot of shit going on. I got a video I'm dropping today, piggybacking off of this show as it relates to Keyshawn Davis. And I'm gonna tell you why. Has Keyshawn Davis stock fallen with the boxing fans? And it appears so. based on what I'm seeing and reading in these comments, bro, like, you get what I'm saying? It was like, it was already bad enough that the fight got canceled. And the fight got canceled due to the actions of, or inaction of, Keyshawn Davis. So I get it. Keyshawn, Norfolk, Virginia, you know, I'm really about that. And, you know, he talk crazy on the camera, eyes get wide and all that stuff there. I get all of that. You know, I like all that. I like all that. I like all of that. Especially if you get in the ring and back it up. I ain't got no problem with that. However, this past weekend, there were some good things that happened and there were some bad things that happened. And I want to address both equally. So, me being at the fight myself and in the hotel, the Marriott Hotel downtown, got a chance to see a lot of things, got a chance to talk with a lot of people, got a chance to observe. Because when I go places, I watch, listen, and observe. And I also like mingling with the people. I'm a people person. I'm an extrovert. You know what I mean? So, I'm very approachable. You know, I'm a cool dude. I'm telling you, I'm cool in the motherfucker. I really am. You know what I mean? Same way you see me on camera, the same way I am in person. You know what I mean? Same shit, talk a little nigga who gonna talk that shit. You know, we gonna laugh, whatever the case may be, and I'm gonna smoke my green.
To this day.
True. Those are the facts. Keyshawn Davis might be the most hated man in boxing right now, surpassing even Devin the Dream Haney. It's bad enough that Keyshawn's fight was canceled because he missed weight versus Edwin De Los Santos. That's the bad part. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna break this shit down. Now, I wanna attack this subject matter from the perspective of the boxing fans, specifically the paying public who paid all this money to come to see, money in their time to come to see Keyshawn Davis fight Edwin De Los Santos, only to learn to realize that Keyshawn never really had any intentions on making that 135 weight, that he was so focused or distracted that he didn't bother to make it, that when given the opportunity to at least go back and try to make the weight, try to get down to as close to 135 as possible. We'll give you 24 hours to do that. To saying, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to reject it. Then on top of that, you got to look at it from an Edwin De Los Santos point of view. You know, if you know anything about weight cutting, the hardest part to cut in weight cutting is the last 5 pounds. When you get down to them last 5 pounds, bro, like you damn near gotta, you get what I'm saying? Because a lot of these fighters, as I said before, they are bigger. And when you cutting down to a smaller weight, it's kind of like unnatural. Dude, your body saying, no, you're supposed to be right here at your weight right here. You like, no, I want to get down to here. Taking your body through the torture and torment just to fight in a smaller weight class. Y'all hold on to that. Now, it's bad enough that Keyshawn's fight was canceled because he missed weight versus Edwin De Los Santos, but he lost his WBO strap on the scale. Same thing happened to David Benavidez. Remember, you guys remember when David Benavidez lost his belt on the scale? Do y'all remember that? David Benavidez lost his belt on the scale, and that's all you heard El Canelo fans saying. Oh, he lost his belt twice. You know, he lost it on doing cocaine, and he lost it on the scale. Remember that? He lost it on the scale. However, let's go. So that's bad. That was bad as well, right? But then he proceeded after that to attack Albright in his locker room after Nahir beat his older brother, Kelvin Davis, in a majority decision victory. It should have been a unanimous decision. Cause bro, if y'all would have saw me at that fight, I'm yelling. I'm like, man, damn, man, Kelvin, shoot the jab. You 6'3". You got a 4.5-inch arm reach on this dude. Step on this dude. Shoot the jab. Shout out to Albright. Nahir Albright. Shout out to you, brother. You did good. How you 6'3"? How you 6'3", got a 4-inch arm reach advantage, and you don't know how to shoot the jab? Like for his height, I told somebody this at the fight. I said he should study Tommy Hearns, because Tommy Hearns was always more than likely was the tallest guy in the ring when he fought. Look how Tommy Hearns shoot that jab out there. He throw it with authority. He throw it quick, he throw it fast, and he's deadly accurate, and he's decisive with it. Even when he misses or barely touches you, or he stabbed to the body. Because everything with Tommy Hearns was rhythm, movement, and timing. You throw that jab with authority. You the tallest nigga in the ring. Albright was like, what, 5'9", 5'10", something like that? If that, yeah, 5'9", 5'10". And you drop the left hand on him because Kelvin is a southpaw. He ain't do none of that. So I'm like, man, god damn. You get what I'm saying?
To this day.
Anyways, so that's what I was yelling. That's what I was yelling up there. You get what I'm saying? I can't even front, fam. I was like, man, come on, fam. I was like, come on. And then he was getting hurt every time he got touched. I say, damn, he chinny. He chinny. You get what I'm saying? Because Albright was telegraphing the right hand. It was obvious what he wanted to land. But Albright like, shit, I'm out, shit, if he can't block the shit, let me keep throwing it. Then Kelvin was holding on for dear life during the fight, which you're supposed to do that. If you hurt or whatever, you got to hold on to grab him. You get what I'm saying? So anyways, but that's neither here nor there. But as I said before, the shit that happened afterward was crazy. By acting like an ass on camera, Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn not only embarrassed himself and his family, but he embarrassed Norfolk, Virginia as well. 2,000 people reportedly asked for a refund. So that was 2,000 people less that was in attendance that should have been there due to the actions or inactions of Keyshawn Davis. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of packed. Being under the circumstances. I was like, damn, it's a good crowd here, especially when Abdullah Mason fought. We're gonna address Abdullah Mason as well, especially when he fought. It was, you know what I mean? Under the circumstances, the main event fight not happening, he become the main event, and ta-da. From what I'm hearing, from what I learned, I wasn't there, but this is what I'm hearing. Edwin De Los Santos was paid his fight purse in full without having to step 1 foot in the ring. And this is due to what I learned of the rules and regulations of the Virginia Boxing Commission. That's what I learned. Somehow, Keyshawn Davis apologists will try to find a way to make the businessman the victim. And I'm starting to hear it now. I'm starting to hear the Keyshawn Davis apologists talking about, oh man, look what they doing to the black man. Ignoring the fact that that black man got in an altercation with another black man who they pretty much victimized, so to speak, because of acts that he perpetrated. Oh, that different. That different. True. I know it's different. 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 But I say, boy, these niggas finna participate in the Victim Olympics. Oh shit, there you go, dog. What's that? The Victim Olympics coming again. Let's go. Niggas start participating in the Victim Olympics. I said, oh, here this shit go. You can't make this shit up. The only victims that I see here are the fans. The fans spent thousands of dollars on ticket prices, hotel stays, and travel fees and admission to get into the fight just to see Keyshawn Davis. Then to add insult to injury, the crowd booed Keyshawn Davis every time the cameras showed him on the Jumbotron, on the big screen, and at the Scope Arena. Everybody, and I mean everybody, was shocked at the arena, pretty much shocked at the arena when they found out what happened after the fight. When I read the comments on different posts as it relates to Keyshawn Davis's, the video of him, the altercation, we didn't see what happened in the locker room. We didn't see what happened in the locker room. We saw what happened in the hallway. I wasn't right there, but I saw it from where I was standing at. Because with the media seats, you walk down the hallway, walking into the arena, and then the media where I was sitting, that was to the right. So I was sitting in the media section, but then you can get up out of the chair and get back to the entry point where you came out at, and you look to the left, and you can see everybody walking down the walkway, the catwalk, which is where the melee happened at, right? You get what I'm saying? And I'm the type of dude, if I see some niggas crashing out, I don't run to the crash site. I learned that a long time ago. When I see some niggas crashing out, I don't run to the crash site. I wait till it's over. That's so you don't catch a stray somehow. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, old school. Oh, that's old school, old school thing right there. When I read the comments on different posts, the fans are flaming Keyshawn, visibly showing their disdain for his actions. It was so bad that Terrence Bud Crawford apologized to Albright on Keyshawn Davis's behalf, him and Bomac. The word that I'm hearing the most is that it's over for Keyshawn. This is what I'm hearing. This is career suicide, and his stock has fallen. Do you guys feel that Keyshawn Davis' stock has fallen? Do you guys think that the fans and the media are mistreating Keyshawn Davis, and he is a victim of the oppression and scandalization of the white media? Do you feel that way? True. Do you feel that we need to get in contact with the Dykes, Patrice Cullors and her crew of Black Lives Matter, the organization, not the grassroots movement? There's a difference. And get in contact with Reverend Al Sharpton and Attorney Crump. Do you think that we need to do that in order to protest the injustice that's happening to Keyshawn Davis? True. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Mika say they mad today, will be over it by tomorrow. Facts. Shout out to Mika, love them. They mad today, they will be over it by tomorrow. But you know what though? I don't know about that. Because they still mad at Devin Haney. They ain't over. They not over that. You get what I'm saying? So see, bro, check this out. You got Michael Vick pulling up, Allen Iverson, we pulling up, Virginia, we want to see Key do his dance in the ring. They didn't come to see Edwin De Los Santos. They came to see what Keyshawn Davis was going to do to Edwin De Los Santos. You robbed them of that. Then your promoter loses money. I'm not going to blame this on Keyshawn Davis's team. It's not because I have close relationships to his team, but it's because I never blame another man. I never blame a man for someone else's actions. Your trainer's job is to get you ready for the fight. You're going to have a nutritionist. Shout out to Alan the herbalist. You're going to have a strength and conditioning coach. You're going to have assistant coaches, and you're going to have the lead trainer. And the assistant trainers follow the leadership, the instructions of the lead trainer. In this case, that would be Bomac. Now, It's the duty of the fighter, especially if you call yourself a businessman and a professional. See, businessmen are professional. They are very efficient when it comes to doing business. Why? Because of their discipline, their character, and their professionalism. Those are the three character traits that you must have in order to be what they call a businessman. A businessman always does what's best for the business. A businessman do not allow anything or anybody to get in the way of the bag. Oh, y'all don't hear me though.
To this day.
Y'all don't hear me though. See, ain't no content creator on YouTube gonna attack this subject matter the way I'm attacking it. The way I'm attacking it. When you call yourself a businessman, you're saying that you are professional. What binds the professionalism with the business? The discipline. Why is discipline important? Because just like you was disciplined enough to go train, to put in the sweat equity and the time and to make the sacrifices that it takes in order to be prepared and ready for a fight. It takes that same discipline in order to execute business. You got to have that. If you don't have that, you can't really call yourself a businessman. You can call yourself a bad businessman. Bad businessmen fuck the bag up. Bad businessmen do nigga shit in business situations. Bad businessmen go out of their way to fuck their brand up and they'll look around and say, "Oh man, look what they doing to me. They oppressing me." True. Bad businessmen don't take accountability for nothing. There's no way that Bomac and Terrence Boyd Crawford should be apologizing on your behalf. Two niggas that ain't had nothing to do with nothing. Bomac ain't had nothing to do with that. Terrence Crawford ain't had nothing to do with that. What the fuck they apologizing for you for, nigga? You the one should be apologizing. You owe your fans an apology, especially the ones who travel to come see you. Me personally, I spent $1,700 on this trip. $1,200 for the hotel, $500 for the rooms. And then I called the Uber to the hotel and called the Uber back to the airport, plus food. Not because I'm a diehard fan of Keyshawn Davis, but because I like the matchup. Damn, I like Keyshawn. I gave you guys my breakdown, but I like Edwin De Los Santos too. The only question I had was, okay, Edwin De Los Santos been out a couple years, but I don't know. You know, would that be the determining factor? I don't know. But we like the matchup. That's what made people excited. Man, Edwin De Los Santos, man. You know, Edwin De Los Santos got punching power in both hands. Edwin De Los Santos got like 14 knockouts or so up. I forgot what his record was, but the Edwin De Los Santos, man, you know, he got lightning in both hands. Keyshawn Davis got punching power in both hands. We like this matchup. Two boxer punchers. We got robbed of that. My thing is, shit, my nigga, you knew you wasn't gonna make that weight probably a couple weeks ago. Some people say that he had no intentions on making the weight. Some people say that. I don't know. Hold on. You know what? I think I need to turn this. I think that's what it is. I need to turn that on. But don't worry about it. I got distracted. My ADD don't kick in. Y'all know I got this shit bad. That's what some people say. But what I don't like, Albright wins this match. Shout out to Kelvin Davis, the big brother. You know, I think he was the only adult in the room. I mean, he wasn't there when that's, you know, all that when Keyshawn did what he did, him and his little brother Keon, but that's neither here nor there. But the melee that took place in the catwalk was crazy. You have your mother there, I guess your lady there, your girl. You have your baby in a stroller, and you got a bunch of grown men tussling. Baby in a stroller. If you come into a venue with your woman and your infant child and your mother, why the fuck are you doing nigga shit? With your mother, your woman, and your child amongst all of these adults right there. Then you got Teofimo Lopez shoot a video. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Mental health is real, and I'm shout out to Keyshawn. We gonna pray for him and all that shit. There, bullshit. I'm tired of you niggas. You whole cunt, coochie ass, dick in the booty ass boxers. Every time y'all do some dumb shit, y'all wanna get sympathy from the public. Yeah, man, it's mental health. Tyson Fury was the one that opened up the door for that. And listen, y'all, you niggas say racist shit. Yeah, I called y'all some niggas that sent you some bananas because of my mental health. Oh, let me take up for the dude who I sent bananas to. And that nigga forgave you. You didn't have that energy with Teofimo Lopez, Key, that you had for Albright. When Teofimo was sending you bananas and niggas and all, calling you niggas and all that shit there, you didn't do that. But you got smoke for Albright. That man even, see, this is the thing, right? I think he from Philly. You did all this shit in front of your child right there, fam. If you call yourself a businessman, you have to conduct yourself as a businessman. Businessmen do not do anything to mess up the bag. Their conduct is that of discipline. Your promoter, Bob Bam, lost money. Oh, man, Bob, you see what Bob, listen, there's some shea butter laptop revolutionaries right now, ride for Keyshawn. Yeah, man, you see what the white man Bob shared about him, all that stuff there. See, that's what I'm talking about. No accountability. What do I tell you guys on the show? I say, you know what a nigga's kryptonite is? Niggas' kryptonite is accountability. Niggas hate accountability, boy. True. Oh, but niggas hate accountability. Oh, no, anything but accountability. You want to do nigga shit, then when it's time to face the ridicule of doing the nigga shit, oh, no, mental health. Yeah, man, I'm tired of you whole ass bosses to hide behind that mental health shit. Ain't nothing wrong with you niggas. One is a bigot and the other one is a third grade, and the other one is a thoroughbred nigga. Let's just call it a spade a spade. And I told y'all, these fighters don't give a fuck about you. Shout out to them brothers and sisters over there in Virginia, Norfolk. This nigga so trill with it. I don't owe you niggas no apology. I don't owe the fans no apology. I said on yesterday's live, I said, man, if I'm Keyshawn, I do a press conference and apologize. Apologize to Top Rank. Apologize to your fans. Apologize to the people who spent that money, like myself. I can't get that $1,700 back. I'm gonna write it off in taxes, but that's neither here nor there. And I damn sure can't get that time back. But however, I was glad I made the trip. Because it wasn't about the fight with me. It was about the experience. When I go to fights, it's more so about the experience, meeting the people. Because I'm a people person. I had a lot of people approach me. We spoke, we had fun. But Bomac and Bud ain't got no business apologizing on their behalf. At some point in time, if you're a true businessman, you got to be an adult and say, you know what, man, I fucked up right here. I owe the people an apology. Bud and Bomac ain't handle business apologizing to me. I put my lady, my mom, my child in danger. Acting an ass, acting a fool. I'm a man up and taking accountability for my actions. I was wrong. Albright, I apologize. I was wrong for that. That man came from another city to Virginia. Keyshawn Davis' home on backyard with all your friends, family, and your goons. Enemy territory. Got in the ring as a professional. Fought. And when it's over with, y'all shake hands, best man win, and move on. I'm hearing that, you know, what they said, he was celebrating. Shout out to Mika Lover. He was celebrating. He was celebrating or something. They didn't like the fact they were celebrating over there in the locker room. So they went over there. Key then went over there to get some straightening. You the same nigga that be dancing like Diddy, all in the videos, anytime you beat somebody and stop them. When you go back to your locker room and you got, you know, Bud Crawford back there, shout out to Bud, you got Bomac and them back there, y'all celebrate the fact that you got you another victory. How you gonna get mad at a nigga? How you gonna get mad at another man for doing the same shit that you do on a regular basis? True. Man, nigga over there celebrating, dog. I don't like them niggas over there celebrating. Coming to my crib, celebrating. I don't like them niggas celebrating in the locker room after they won. Oh, you don't like them doing the same shit that you do every time you win? Yeah, I don't like that. The hypocrisy, fam. The hypocrisy. This is the shit I be pointing out. Trying to make sense out of nonsense. Trying to make sense out of nonsense. You wronger than 2 left pair of shoes, but you too arrogant and ignorant to even come out and apologize. True. I see people online talking about, yeah, man, Virginia, yeah, Norfolk look bad right now. Norfolk took an L on this one here. I can't put this on the people of Norfolk, Virginia. I was out there. Them people didn't like that shit. They didn't condone that. They didn't condone that at all. I'm telling you, I was there. The people of Norfolk, Virginia did not condone that. They drew the line right there. Like, oh man, nigga, it's bad enough. You know what I mean? Nigga, it's bad enough, goddamn it, that you are, nigga, that the fight got canceled. It's bad enough you did that. Oh man, yeah, man, Key went over there. You know, no, man, he was going off because he was trying to get to his baby. Key went over there and went and grabbed his baby. I said, what type of businessman will put his baby in that position in the first place? True. No, man, Key, yeah, man, no, Key went over there. Hold on, Key went over there to get his baby, pick his baby out of the stroller like a real man. Well, you ain't had to been to put your baby in that position in the first place. Accountability. I represent accountability. I don't represent the victimhood Olympics. I don't represent none of that shit. I represent accountability. That's what I represent. If you have a problem with accountability, that's the problem. I'm gonna do this very respectful. This is too easy. And then Edwin De Los Santos. He ain't fought since 1962. He coming over there, he ready to fight. I'm not gonna lie, Edwin De Los Santos did not look good at the weigh-in to me. Did you guys see how frail Edwin De Los Santos looked? He didn't look good. I saw it in his eyes. He didn't look good at all. But he still made the weight after 2 years. I was like, damn, you know what I mean? So everybody said, yeah, man, Keith knocked this dude out. You know what I mean? I'm talking to people on Keyshawn's team. Yeah, we gonna knock this dude out. Dude gonna get knocked out by 7 or 8 rounds. He gonna get stopped in about 7 or 8 rounds. This is before the weigh-in. Oh yeah, shout out to Timothy Bradley too. That interview dropping. Bill Haney interview dropping too. Bill Haney interview probably dropping tomorrow. Sit down interview me and Bill Haney. Sit down interview with me and Timothy Bradley. I have a sit down interview with me and Abdullah Mason, and I have another interview coming as well. However, I'm like, my nigga, you come over here, Key don't make the weight. Okay, fine. You lose your bet on the scale. I was speaking to somebody from Edwin De Los Santos' team. And they said that when they was negotiating, after Keyshawn missed weight, they say, look, can you see if you can make the weight? Look, what we'll do, we'll give you 24 hours. We'll do another weigh-in tomorrow and see, can you get down to 135? Or at least get closer to it. 4 pounds, 4 pounds, 3 ounces is a lot. If you get closer to it, at least show us the effort. Keyshawn Davis said no. Keyshawn Davis said no. Then I hear that Keyshawn, I guess Top Rank offered Edwin De Los Santos an extra $300,000. Because Edwin De Los Santos was getting paid $400,000. And they say Keyshawn was getting paid $1 million or something of that sort. So they say, okay, we try to save the fight. We're going to offer you another $300,000 on top of the 4 that you're guaranteed to get. But when they was going to do it. But when Keyshawn said, according to what I was told from Edwin De Los Santos' team, no, I'm not going to try to make that extra weight. They're like, man, we're not going to put our fighters in harm's way like that. Because you're going to rehydrate. Because your rehydration is going to, see, Keyshawn rehydration is going to start from 139.3 pounds. It's going to start from there. Versus Edwin De Los Santos, rehydration is going to start at 134. It's some change. One guy's depleted, the other guy isn't. So when he rehydrate, he probably going to put on another 25 to 30 pounds. He already strong right now. This guy weak. So when I thought about that, I said, you know what, man, you make a valid point on that. You make a valid point on that. See, I'm not going to put my fighter's health in danger for some money. I care about Edwin De Los Santos more than I care about the money. His manager said, I pulled the plug on. I was like, we ain't doing that. True. I ain't doing that. You get what I'm saying? So, Keyshawn was wrong on that. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And he's not going to apologize. He's too prideful and probably too ignorant to apologize. I saw the brother. I saw Keyshawn. I saw him. I was in the elevator with him and stuff like that. He ain't say nothing to me. I ain't say nothing to him. Yeah, I told you, some of these fighters, they give off. I'm a big energy person. And, I told you where I'm from, we don't do no dick riding. We don't do that. And some of these fighters, not some, but, shout out to Michaela Mayer. I had a long conversation with Michaela Mayer, man. We spoke about 30 minutes. She's a really, really nice person. Really nice person. Shout out to her. But hell, even, John, do I want to throw her under the bus? Nah, this is not throwing her under the bus. I'll tell you the conversation we shared, just certain parts. We was talking about some of the male divas. Like some of the male fighters, they are some real divas. And they give off, I want to say this respectfully. Because what I want to say may be looked upon as disrespect. But what I want to say is they give off that single mother energy. Like they give off that I'm a bad bitch energy. Now I'm gonna say that. Not the single mother. I take that back. Some of these fighters, they give off that I'm a bad bitch energy. You need to grant to speak to me. Y'all remember that from Trina? You need to grant to speak to me. They give off that bad bitch energy. Can't no any nigga just walk up to me. Do I look like the type of bitch, or do I look like the type of woman that would mess with something as such as you? Some of these male fighters, they give off that bad bitch energy. Me and Michaela May was talking about that. True. Yeah. That's why I be telling you niggas in the chat who be doing these 10, 11, 12-hour lives for some of your favorite fighters. Bro, if you meet your favorite fighter, I promise you might feel different about him. Some of those fighters. Because you got the good ones, Bud. Bud a good one. Now, everybody don't feel the same way about Bud, but, I got a personal relationship with Bud. You know what I mean? So we real close. We real close now over the past 3.5 years. So he's a good dude. Got a good relationship with his family and everything. So Bud never showed me that side that a lot of people in the media experienced with him in the past. I can only speak with how he treat me when I'm in his presence and vice versa. You know what I mean? He's a great guy. And I ain't capping for him. But he give off grown man energy. He don't give off bad bitch energy. He give off grown man energy. And when he step in the room, everybody feel it. He ain't the biggest nigga in the world, but when he step in the room, they treat him like he the biggest nigga in the world. I'm telling you. Then you have some of these fighters, they give off that I'm a bad bitch. You know, they give off that kind of energy. Snapping their neck, popping their neck, doing all kind of weird shit. Anyways, shout out to Falcon.
Hey, okay.
Dropping a half a dub. He said, it said pride go up before the fall, great fall. If Keyshawn doesn't apologize, his career would definitely be in jeopardy because his actions isn't only affecting himself, but many parties involved. I mean, I don't think his career is in jeopardy. He's just going through something right now within his career. His career is, Keyshawn has a long career. So it's too early to say that his career is in jeopardy. It just let's say his career is from point A to point B. You have point A and you have point B. When you're traveling when you're traveling on the road down the road of your career, you're gonna have some bumps. You're gonna have some bruises. This is just one of the bumps or the hiccups in between point A and point B. It doesn't mean that his entire career is over with. It doesn't mean that. It's just right now, he's going through something. True. You know what I mean? Just right now, he's going through something.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
You get what I'm saying? He just going through something right now. That's it. That's all. My plan was to read you guys some of the comments that's out there, but I now that I realize I really don't need to read the comments. Y'all know what it's saying. Y'all know what the people talking about. But guess what? This too shall pass. I ain't gonna be talking about this shit. I ain't gonna make 20 videos on this subject matter. I got a video dropping probably later today. I'm finna shoot right after this show. Dealing with accountability. Breaking down the definition of what a businessman is. Matter of fact, let's do that right now. Fuck it. Let's do that right now. Let's look up businessman. Let's look this up. And then I'm gonna drop the phone lines. Bear with me one moment. All right, cool. Let's look this up, right? Let's pull this up. I just looked up what are the characteristics of a businessman. Call yourself the businessman, right, Key? Okay, so let me give you those characteristics. You got to where you're at because of your talent and your discipline and the sacrifices that you made and your mother made in order to get you in the position that you're in right now. That's a wonderful thing. You're blessed and highly favored. The definition, the characteristics of a businessman, and it says here, a successful businessman typically exhibits a blend of personal qualities and skills, including passion, resilience, leadership, and strong communication. When you look up the definition of this word right here, leadership, and look at some of the character traits of what a leader is, it'll amaze you. And you can apply this to your everyday life yourself. They are often driven by a vision, possesses a strong work ethic, and are adept at networking and adapting to changing market conditions. Passion and motivation, a strong passion for their business and a drive to achieve success are fundamental, meaning that you will never do things that will get in the way of messing that passion up and get in the way of success. Basically what I'm trying to say. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and failures is crucial in the face of challenges. Let's stop right there. Somebody in the chat said that Keyshawn Davis' career is over. And I said, no, not necessarily. He's just going through something right now between the point A and point B of his career. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks. This is a self-inflicting setback because Keyshawn lost money. You supposed to got paid $1 million to fight Edwin De Los Santos. Your actions cost yourself $1 million payday. You can't get that money back that you paid for training camps. And your opponent got paid without even having to step in the ring. And you lost your belt. Then to compound all of that, the fans who came here and was excited because of the main event, in conjunction with seeing Abdullah Mason versus Nakathila. See, what made this card so good for me was the fact that we had Keyshawn Davis fighting a worthy opponent in Edwin De Los Santos in conjunction with who was going to be on the undercard, the co-main event, Abdullah Mason and Nakathila. Once you remove the main element from the card loses its luster. Did you get what I'm saying? It's like having a plate of food and the main course is a T-bone steak. You have T-bone steak, you have mashed potatoes, you have string beans, you have iced tea, and you have a Caesar salad. Once you remove the main course, which is the T-bone steak, that's the main reason why you ordered this meal. Once it's moved, you got to take the baked potato, which the baked potatoes are good now. Love baked potatoes. And make that the main course. And then make the string beans the co-main. They're like, well, we still got the baked potatoes. We still got the salads. We still got the string beans. But damn, I would love to get that steak. It's like that. True. Once you remove the main course, that's why 2,000 people called and asked for a refund. It's not the fact that they didn't like Abdullah Mason. It's the fact that the sole purpose of them buying tickets for the fight was to see the main attraction. But I'm past that. So you have to see that you're wrong in every angle of this. Hell, even Terrence Crawford knew you was wrong. Even Bomac knew he was wrong. Why did Terrence Crawford and Bomac feel compelled to go apologize to a nigga that they ain't have nothing, that they didn't do nothing to? Do you want to know why? Because Bomac is looking at it like this. Team, this is Team Davis. When you are a businessman and you're the leader, when certain actions that you take not only looks bad for you, your family, your city, but it looks bad for your team. Because they're gonna say, yeah, this how they act. This why, this what Rick James said.
They said they never gave you niggas money.
Give a nigga money, he's still gonna be a nigga. He's just gonna be a nigga with money. Unless you're dealing with a reformed nigga. Now, if you're dealing with a reformed nigga, then he becomes a man. Money don't make a nigga a man. Money just make a nigga a rich nigga. You get what I'm saying? He still has a perfect example, Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Talented, witty, got the gift of gab, nigga with money. 2025, talented, witty, got the gift of gab, nigga without money.
True.
How you go from broke to rich, back to broke again? It happens. But I'm saying the type of money that he was playing with. Anyways, I digress. I ain't gonna, you get what I'm saying? I digress. Anyway, let's and shout out to Big Dog Willie. Big Dog Willie say J. Paul versus Tate, November 22nd. That bullshit. That bullshit. Shout out to Mr. T. Okay. Dropping out quarter of a dub. He say Popcorn Keisha tried to pull a page from his boy Lion Ryan and it backfired. Key corn stock, I guess you say key corn stock is in the basement. Reinvestment in Mason coin fumble. Oh, hold on. We finna address Abdullah Mason. Shout out to LJ Wright. Hey, okay. Dropping out quarter of a dub. He said, Coach, I always say integrity is everything. Yeah. It is what it is.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, man, you get what I'm saying? It's like, damn, bro, like, come on, fam. You make your team look bad now. Niggas don't know how to act. You playing into the stereotype, the same thing that you accuse the white bourgeoisie of. Yo, man, so they the only thing they see is niggas. That's how I look how they see us. They don't see us as this. We don't see us as that. No, hold on. Didn't they give you a key to the city? The mayor gave you a key to the city. Whoever the mayor is that gave a key to the city, take the key back.
True.
Listen, take the key back and give it to the fans. Give it to the fans of Virginia. Did they give him the key to the city? Anyways, let's pivot. Abdullah Mason. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. I think very highly of Abdullah Mason, the man, the young man. I love him as a fighter, but I think very highly of him as a man. I had an opportunity to sit down and do a sit-down interview with our young brother. And every time I talk about Abdullah Mason, you're going to always hear me say these same things. His mother and father did a great job in raising him and his brothers. See, do you guys remember last week when I was talking about when I was young and I used to get whippings all the time? Because I was I was a little bad motherfucker. And then that translated into when I got a little older as a teenager. getting in legal trouble and stuff like that. But that's neither, that's a story for another day. However, my mother used to tell me, boy, you making me look bad. Don't go to school acting like don't go to school acting like a show monkey. That's what the old school parents used to say, their grandma used to say back then. I go to school acting up, laughing, ain't paying attention, got everybody laughing in the class. I get a referral, get sent to the principal, and get a paddling. That's back when that's back when principals used to paddle you with a big ass wooden paddle. They called my mama, she got to come to the school. She embarrassed because my conduct and actions are a reflection of her. When I act the fool, I don't just act the fool for myself. I'm not just representing myself. I'm representing all of those who helped raise me. All of those who have helped me and are helping me in my professional career. When I leave here, like anybody who ever met me in a fight or whatever, what I tell y'all, yeah, man, I represent Tampa. Where you from? West Tampa, Florida. There's a difference. You have Tampa and you have West Tampa. I'm from right there on Main Street. I lived in different places in the city, but you know what I mean? I'm a representative of my city. So it's always best for me to put my best foot forward. I'm not going to go to anybody's city acting a fool. When you go to other people's cities, you better act accordingly. Because I don't care how bad you is, it's some niggas that's better. And anybody can get got. So when I step in the name of not only righteousness, but I know I'm going to put my best foot forward. Because I don't want nobody saying, oh yeah, that's how them Tampa niggas act. His mama ain't raised him right. My mother used to tell me, see, when you go to school acting like a damn fool in the class clown, she said, God damn it, you make me look bad. People looking at me like you ain't got no home training. You ain't got no home training. Keyshawn act like he ain't had no home training. And you put your baby in danger. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. He not gonna like this video. I have no problem with that. And you ain't never got to worry about me asking about the interview. True. There's a couple of fighters. They ain't never got to worry about me asking about for no interview. I don't want these niggas thinking I'm on their dick. You know what I mean? I don't do that. And I don't look at these niggas like that. The people who I admire is Hagler, Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, Azuma Nelson, Salvador Sanchez. The people who I admire, I got them on the wall. Back to Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason is a phenomenal young man. His father is very respectable, quiet spoken. His brothers are a reflection of good home training. Abdullah Mason has a family of older people around him as well. When Abdullah Mason speaks, his daddy ain't got to speak for him. True. When Abdullah Mason talk, his daddy in the back. His daddy, like, look at Abdullah Mason in front of a camera and look at some of your superstar boxers in front of a camera. True. Abdullah Mason is 21 years old. You don't hear Pop Mason saying, stop. No, you can't talk to him. My son, he's only 22 years old. His frontal cortex is not developed yet to converse with you. You don't see Pop Mason doing that whole ass shit. Pop Mason is so confident in the young man that he raised, in Abdullah Mason and the rest of his brothers, you can do your own interview. Because I raised you so well and trained you so well that you don't need me to hold your hand doing the interviews. You're a grown man, you're 21, you can conduct your own interview.
To this day.
And again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. I ain't throwing no shots. I ain't throwing no shade. I'm just calling it like it is, though. We're going to tell the truth today. the character of this young man. The character of this young man is phenomenal. I met the brother Jay Prince for the second time. I've been a fan of Jay Prince since the 80s. You know, but all of them act alike. They're very calm. They're very poised. They soft-spoken, but they give off grown man energy. So let me tell you young niggas about this, right? Tell you young niggas one thing. Do you know what grown man energy is? Grown man energy is when that guy steps in the room and everybody in the room knows that he's that guy. Not because what he says, but because how he carry himself. It's a certain energy that I'm a firm believer in energy. I believe that. There's a certain energy that he gives off when he steps in the room and everybody feels it. That's grown man energy. Grown men stand on business. Grown men are about business. Grown man, when he talk to you, he look you directly in your eyes without blinking. Grown men, when he walk, they feel your energy and they automatically respect you. That's grown man energy. A grown man energy, he don't need no gun. He ain't got to have 1,000 niggas with him. He ain't got to be talking about, yeah, nigga, come to Memphis. I got shooters, homie. He ain't got to do none of that. You're going to feel his energy. I feel Abdullah Mason's energy. I feel Terrence Crawford's energy. And I ain't got to say no Diddy. That's for you niggas. I say it every now and then, just be joking, but that's for you niggas. What's understood don't need to be said. Take it how you want to take it. I don't give a fuck. I feel Jay Prince's energy. I feel, shout out to Frank from the Country Wayne skits from Duval County. I feel Edwin De Los Santos energy. His trainer. You know a real one when you see him. Real niggas can be in the room and they ain't got to say 10. Listen, see, this some of you lames don't know. A real nigga can be in the room and it could be 2, 3 real niggas in the room, right? They ain't got to say one word to each other, but they automatically know who real and who ain't. True. They know. It don't matter what your size is. You could be the biggest nigga in the room and the smallest nigga in the room. The energy is the same. It's how you carry yourself. That young man carry himself in such a respectable manner at 21 years old. And he can talk for himself. He can talk for himself. Literally. He ain't got no attitude. He ain't popping his neck while chewing gum. He ain't giving off no bad bitch energy. Like some of your favorite male fighters do. I'm a bad bitch, don't speak to me. Who you think you is? Yeah. Giving off bad bitch energy. I ain't gonna say no names. Because again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. If I get mad enough, I'll probably say some names, but I ain't gonna say no names. You know who you are. You gotta observe. If you're a fighter, you gotta observe yourself. Just look at yourself. Do you give off bad bitch energy? Are you popping your neck when you talk? Are you real snappy all the damn time? Got an attitude like your period on? That's why I told you niggas in the chat. Don't be crashing out for some of these fighters, bro. Like, these fighters don't like you. They don't like you. I keep telling you all that. Especially these bad bitch fighters. The divas. We gonna say that for another day. True. Anyways, he did a really good job in fighting Nakathila. To me, that was a barometer that I was gauging. And I said it before the fight. I said, man, when I did the show, I said, yeah, man, Abdullah Mason now, Nakathila, he got some experience. And I told him, I said, you know what, man, this is the best fighter on your resume that you fought thus far. I'm gonna judge you. This gonna tell me whether you ready to take another step towards your young career and greatness. And he did a really good job. To the point to where Nakathila ended up quitting, tapping out in the corner. Did you get what I'm saying? So I was impressed with that. But what I'm more impressed with Abdullah Mason is Abdullah Mason, the man, the character. If there's one American fighter that I'm willing to vouch for on this channel, and I'm not on no payroll, ain't nobody paying me to say shit, is Abdullah Mason. He is the complete package. Black American fighter from Cleveland, Ohio, from a character standpoint. I'm not saying he's a complete package from a boxing standpoint. I'm not saying that. Time will tell if he's the complete package from a boxing standpoint. I'm not ready to jump out the window on that aspect yet. But from a man standpoint, from a character standpoint, from a poise and discipline standpoint, how he interacts with people, he is the one Black American fighter that we got to get behind. True, true, true. I don't give a damn if you are a fan of him or not. He that one. He that one. Again, I'm not saying he the one that's going to beat everybody in his weight division. I'm not saying that. I want you to listen to me very carefully. From a character standpoint, from a manhood standpoint, from the way he conducts himself, the discipline, his family moves as a unit. His brothers is right there with him. His father is in the back, observing, watching everything, while his son conducts interviews by himself. He ain't got to talk for his son. He ain't saying his frontal cortex is not developed yet. Stop. He ain't saying, I'm teaching Abdullah the 5 styles of boxing. He ain't saying none of that shit. As a matter of fact, if you didn't see him, you wouldn't know who he was. He the one. Let's give everybody a round of applause. I'm gonna drop these phone lines. Yeah. Hey man, listen. I got to call a spade, man. Phone lines open, man. 530-494-9636. Hold on, but before we do, today's show is sponsored by Foster's Barbershop. Today's show is sponsored by Foster's Barbershop. If you're in the city of Tampa, download the app Booksy. That's BOOKSY. Download it on your Android or your iPhone, and book an appointment to go see Foster to get a nice haircut. They have a tiki bar in the back and a golf course, so you can get served drinks. Wow, and you don't have to wait in a long line. Once you book your appointment, you will get set in that seat immediately. Let them know that Coach Malachi sent you to receive a 10% discount. Today's show is also sponsored by Jim's IT and Build a Shirt. You can go to Build a Shirt at buildashirt813.com. They make all of my hats and stuff. Well, I ordered this. I got this from Tampa Bay website, but you get what I'm saying. But y'all go to Build a Shirt, man. You can order your merchandise from Build a Shirt. Let them, you can make your own shirt. Put your own logo design on there, print it out, and have it sent to you ASAP. If you're in the city, go to Build a Shirt on Sly Avenue, 1817 West Sly Avenue, Tampa, Florida, 33607. Let's give our sponsors a round of applause. Before we get into the show, we got to say all praises due to the Most High, the Most Exalted, the greatest human being on the planet Earth, Mr. Al Heyman.
Well, I guess I got to be like everybody else and saying Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me?
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
It is what it is, man. And y'all know what time it is. Hold on. You know what, man? Let me see something. Should I do this? Should I do this? No, I ain't gonna do that because I don't want to fuck the show up. I may do some dumb shit and fuck the show up. I don't want to do that because we cooking right now. We cooking today. We got a good show. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Face of Boss.
Hey, yeah. Oh, that look good.
Told y'all, boys. Some of these. I told y'all, some of these niggas give off that bad bitch energy. The bad bitches are boxing. That's what we need to do. The bad bitches are boxing. Boy, please don't get me started. Shout out to the Snow Bunny.
See your eyes shining, she's my Snow Bunny, please. In the winter light, so she's my sweet dust of cream. Talk to my nose, this love has got it so raw. Make you move, step and I grip out of control. Snow Bunny, moving on the bar. Everything's alright. Got that smooth soft feel. No, that's dancing in the lawn. With my Snow Bunny love. We're party about the night. See your eyes shining. She's my Snow Bunny, please. In the winter light, so she's my sweet dust of cream. Talk to my nose, this love has got it so raw. Make you move, step and I grip out of control. Snow Bunny, moving on the bar. Everything's alright. Got that smooth soft feel. No, that's dancing in the lawn. With my Snow Bunny love. We're party about the night.
Yeah, man. Let me get ready to drop these phone lines. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all call the show, man. Tell me what you think.
You want to talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. The number is showing at the bottom, man. No number is showing at the bottom. 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. We are back in the studio. Yes, sir. Like a rapper. Call it. What's your name? Where you calling from?
He's Raymond from Illinois, coach.
You sound kind of muffled, brother. Can you repeat your name?
Can you hear me now?
You still sound kind of muffled, but go ahead. We can work with it. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, coach. I pretty much agree with everything you said today.
You say what your name is? What's your name is, brother?
Raymond from Illinois.
Oh, Raymond. Okay, I got you. Raymond, talk to me.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with everything you said today, coach. Like, even with the Dula Mason tape, I feel like he sound more, mature than most of the other boxers. I spoke with Haney and whatnot, but he sounds way clearer than Haney. Haney be all quiet and shit. But yeah, I think the Dula Mason could be the future and whatnot. But to get to Keyshawn, like your question, or big question of the show, is his career over with or something? Is that what you asked?
No, I'm just saying, the fans, his career is taking a hit. I'm not saying it's over with. I'm just saying, has Keyshawn Davis stock fallen? Has it fallen with boxing fans in light of what just happened this past weekend?
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay,
yeah, because I watch all the boxing channels pretty much, and all of them pretty much saying the same thing, like his career almost over, and Bob might drop him and all that dumb shit. I think it might take a little hit right now, but he might get big off this shit, to be honest, because we seen antics like this happen all the time in boxing. Like, that was some sucker shit to jump a nigga after a fight. You feel me? It is. But we seen way worse, to be honest. Like, we seen Mike Tyson bite a nigga ear off.
Yeah.
He fucked his brain up at a barbershop.
Yeah.
We seen shit, Ron Garcia last year. You feel me? They loved him. after he got on that scale, came in overweight.
Yeah.
Which is the exact same thing. Motherfucker had a beer on this scale, talk about he smoke weed and all this dumb shit. And you know, the fans pretty much get into that shit. So but it depends on the person too, because I see energy change for people all the time in boxing, right?
Yeah, certain fighters are fan favorites, so they are allowed to do things. They would get a pass. Like Ryan Garcia can get a pass that Keyshawn Davis can never get. So let's say I will say this: had Ryan Garcia did the same thing that Keyshawn Davis did, it probably wouldn't be in the backlash about it if it was Ryan Garcia. Well, from his fans. His fans would have been like, well, Ryan, you know what I'm saying? Because he has a rabid fan base like that. So I will say, depending, is it fair? No, it's not fair. But I'm not talking about what's fair, what's not fair. We got to talk about what's right. Well, go ahead.
Exactly. Yeah, but that's like, I see stuff like that happen all the time. You know, it's dumb. But the only reason I feel like Keyshawn gets so much punishment, because I don't like Keyshawn, to be honest. He you know, I saw an interview where he was saying he didn't like a nigga because the nigga didn't speak to him or some shit in the gym.
That's that bad bitch energy though.
Yeah, he said something about Devin Haney. He didn't like Haney because Haney used to walk in the gym and didn't speak to him. And I'm like, nigga, what? That don't make sense. But he pretty much ain't got no support because the LGBT niggas don't like you. You know how them niggas is. They all, you know, love black niggas and all this shit. But they don't like him because the shit he pulled with Ryan, him and Shakur.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
you're right. Yeah.
They don't like him because of that shit, you know.
Yeah, the LDBC, they just Devin Haney. They just Devin Haney YouTube channel at this point. First it was a Wilder channel, then it was an Aerospace channel. Now they just, and this ain't no shade to them boys, but yeah, they just Devin Haney. It ain't about no boxing. It's about, you know, they are part of the Devin Haney defense league. The Devin Haney defense team. That's what they is pretty much.
Cause I fuck with Dave too, bro, but I'm not, man, them niggas be on that nigga nuts, bro. Like real shit. And I ain't with all that, so you know I watch to hear they takes about everything, but it be pretty much biased when it's about Dale. So I wasn't watching they take, but I saw Showbiz, you know, his take. I saw the Boxing Boy take, and you know they all pretty much is being kind of, like, you know, hypocritical. Cause when Ryan was doing all that crazy shit, and saying it, or Tio, just for example, you know, he was saying that racist shit. These niggas was on the show saying that, you know, racism is good for boxing. You know, it brings more fans. So when a nigga do some antics like this, why you don't have that same type of energy? And that shit, you know, weird to me. But that ain't gonna keep you all day, coach. That's my call.
Absolutely, fam. Yeah. Need a great. Hey y'all remember that song about Trina? I'm the baddest bitch. Who's bad? Who's bad? She say, you need, hey, what? I ain't saying no names. And again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. Some of these niggas got that bad bitch energy, fam. Yeah, that's just facts. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
Sean from Duval.
Sean from Duval, talk to me, fam. Duval County, stand up.
What's going on, man? What the question is?
The question is, has Keyshawn Davis reputation, has Keyshawn Davis stock fallen with boxing fans at the moment?
I think his stock definitely has fallen, but I will say he is a great fighter. So at the end of the day, it's something he can come back from. But for the time being, now that's if Top Rank and the boxing entities allow him to continue fighting. But if they do that, I feel like he'll definitely come back from it because he is a great fighter. But at the moment, yeah, he's definitely lost a ton of fans and his stock definitely dropped, man. And my thing is, it's these reports that done came out that said that Edwin De Los Santos was 190 pounds to start the camp. So if he was 190 pounds to start training camp, or when he came back from his 2-year layoff, but Keyshawn Davis had just fought 4 months ago at 135, that means you didn't try to make the weight at all. If a guy can start a camp and he 190, he can get down to 135.
Yeah.
or 134, and you just fought 4 months ago and made 135, I outgrew the weight class. That's BS. You didn't try to make the weight, but why didn't you try to make the weight? And I think he didn't try to make that weight is because I think he did want to fight Edwin De La Santos. I don't think he missed weight to not want to fight, but I think he wanted to have them 4 pounds over him and be bigger than Edwin De Los Santos. I think he had a little bit of fear in him, and it's crazy to say because they fighters, but I think he had a little bit of I won't say uncertainty, but he was trying to have that edge over Edwin De Los Santos. So he came in with them pounds over, thinking, Edwin just came off for 2 years. He gonna still accept the fight.
Hey, Sean, let me ask you a question, fam, before I let you wrap up. I thought about, like me, like myself, I paid $1,700 to go on the trip, and I'm glad I did. But what about the fans who spent money, came from out of town, took their time? Time, you can't get your time back because they wanted to see that guy fight, and then only to kind of find out the day before the fight at weigh-in, the fight is not going to happen because of his actions or whatever. And then they had a little melee in the hallway after whatever transpired in Albright's locker room. It seemed like it's just this weekend, whatever hit that Keyshawn took after the fight being canceled, it compounded with the it compounded after with his actions that happened at the fight. What say you about that?
Yeah, man, I think for sure him missing weight, that started a trickle down effect on all the DB3. Because if you look at it, Keon won his fight. However, now he intertwined with the BS of going in Albright locker room at the end of the when his big brother lost. So you got your big brother taking a loss. Keyshawn missed the weight, didn't make the weight, and speculations on why he didn't make it, but he didn't fight. You like you said, you had people that came out there to see Keyshawn. They're in Norfolk. People come out for DB3, but let's be real, they came out for Keyshawn Davis. You know what I'm saying? So his stock definitely took a hit. And I don't know how he will recover if they allow him to fight because he is a great fighter. So at the end of the day, he'll learn and be better. But man, for the folks that paid their money, like you say, you paid your bread to get out there. I'm sure there's a bunch of other people that paid their bread to get out there to see him. That will affect him later on. People buying tickets for Keyshawn Davis because they gonna be like, man, hey, like you say, you spent 17. So man, it's a whole bunch of people that probably said, you know what, man, I'm gonna take this loan out or whatever, you know what I'm saying, to come see Keyshawn, and now that's all for nothing now. So yeah, man, it's gonna be rough for him for a little bit, but he'll learn from it. If they allow him to come back and fight, he'll be better.
No, he'll be all right. Shout out to Sean, salute fam. Duval County, stand up. Yeah, he I don't want anyone thinking that I'm saying that Keyshawn Davis's career is over with. It's not. His career is not over. This is just a hiccup in his career, but it's a big hiccup. And you got to be able to show some type of maturity. You got to be able to show some type of maturity and recognize, be man enough to understand where you was wrong in this situation. There's no way that your trainers and a fighter who you as a friend of should be apologizing on your behalf when they did nothing wrong. I'll never blame a team for the actions of an individual. Carla, hold on. The main element of the team is the fighter. The reason why the team is there is to help the fighter, prepare the fighter for the upcoming battle in the ring. The fighter is supposed to be the leader of the team. Everybody is there at your disposal. Your actions reflect your city. Your actions reflect your mother. Your actions reflect those around you. Your actions reflect your team. That's why I talk about Abdullah Mason, the young man. They move as a unit. His actions, Abdullah Mason understands that, when I speak, I represent my city, Cleveland, Ohio. When I speak, I represent my team, my brothers, my father, my mother, my manager. when I speak, I have to always put my front foot forward. I'm not going to do anything, not saying that he won't make a mistake, I don't know, but I'm not going to do anything that's going to make people who help raise me and support me look bad. At 21 years old, frontal cortex is not developed. He doesn't have his grown man strength yet. Yet he can hold himself in the interview. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Corey from Texas.
Corey, you sound like you're in the hallway, but let's make it work. Corey, talk to me.
Hold on. Let me get out of here then. How I sound now, Coach?
You sound better. Go ahead.
All right. Nah, I got a quick one, Coach. You took the words right out of my mouth. You know, you apologize with the Keyshawn Lopez, yet you got all this energy for Abdullah Mason. You jumping this dude. You know what I mean? So to me, it's kind of like, you know, like what's up with that? You know, and like you said before, accountability and daggone consequences. You know, if you got mental health issues, don't sell me that bullshit, for one, because you're a fighter. So you got to be able to train, make weight, all that stuff. And it's just upsetting that he would, you know, go that far. And like you just were saying, like, look at the way Abdullah Mason conduct himself. And then somebody gonna put in the one of their videos, I forget it was either Fight Hub or Fight Hub, they're gonna say Keyshawn Davis punked Abdullah Mason. I love everybody in the comment section. They said, nah, he didn't punk Abdullah Mason. Abdullah just handled himself like a professional and just looked at him like he was stupid because he don't need that type of attention. I hope Keyshawn's career ain't over, Coach, but I'm going to leave you with this. As crazy as Adrian Broner was, Coach, no matter how much shit we talked about him, AB never came in overweight. No bullshit. And that's my call, Coach. Thanks for the show.
Hey, that is true now. I just thought about AB never missed weight. Terrence Crawford ain't never missed weight. Floyd Mayweather ain't never missed weight. You know, it just got some of these fighters, they ain't missing no weight. Now we gonna make it. That's the war right there. That's the hardest part. Making the weight. Shit, you know, that right there, that's we training while making weight. You get what I'm saying? Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach, what's going on? It's Mr. Cook calling out of Jacksonville.
Mr. Cook, Jacksonville, stand up, man. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Talk to me.
Hey, man, this week was crazy, man. I actually seen when you went live and you was there. I think this was before the weigh-in. And you was like at a restaurant or something. But I wanted to get your opinion, right? How do you feel when a fighter don't make weight? How much is it on an actual trainer?
It's always it's always on the fighter. The trainer job is to get the fighter ready, prepared, physically, mentally, whatever. But you know, the trainer ain't gonna be around the fighter 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know, like sometimes these fighters will leave training camp, they'll go spend time with their family. You get what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So it's up to the fighter to, you know, now the trainer gonna be checking with him. How your weight looking? Are you on weight? Are you on weight?
Yeah.
Oh, the trainer gonna do that. They're gonna be weighing him and stuff when he's in his presence. But once that fighter leaves and get out of that trainer's presence, you get what I'm saying? I mean, you know, it is what it is.
Okay. No, for sure. Because I know, you know, he coming out of Bullmac camp and with Bud and them, and I was just thinking like, dang, man, like 5 pounds, you know, you know that's a lot of weight. You know what I mean? As far as like not even being close. And then I heard one of them say like when Ramos touched his back, they said he was bone dry. They said he wasn't even trying or whatever. But I just wanted to get the take on that as far as how much is it on the trainer. But I got you, Coach. Thanks for the time, man.
Yes, sir. Salute, fam. Hey, shout out to Mr. Cook. Hey, shout out to Weedy. Weedy said, yeah, Floyd missed weight against Marquez. You know what? You're right about that. I forgot all about that. Floyd Mayweather did miss weight against Marquez, and I think he paid him, what he paid him, $1 million or something of that sort? Or maybe $1 million or a couple of million. I forgot the dollar amount, but yeah, I forgot all about that. You're right about that. I'll call it. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's J-Mac from Jersey. How you doing, man?
J-Mac from Jersey. Talk to me, brother.
Yeah, man. So listen, Coach, man, I'm really kind of like you. I'm really impressed with Abdullah Mason. You know, I've been following a little bit of his career, but I think in a moment of adversity and so much chaos, man, he really did step up. I guess my question for you, something that you said earlier, I don't know if you said it or you kind of alluded to it. Like, I'm excited to see this young man's career and basically become a prominent face in American boxing, right? When you think of, like, I know you're old school coach, so you look at some of the older greats like Hagler and them being a great representation of American boxing. Do you feel that we currently have representation as American faces in boxing? Like, you know, the Crawford, you know, he's older, he's kind of like phasing out in his career,
I got
like
you.
with the Canelo fight, and I'm a Crawford fan, but
No,
you
you're right.
that for us.
No, you're right about that. No, I got you. That's a great question. Currently we don't. When you think of Crawford, you don't say, you don't look at him as he represents American boxing. He's the face of it. You know, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, this and that. When you look at, and then you look at these other fighters we have, from the Tanks to the Shakurs to the Keyshawn Davises, and they definitely not the face of it. If there's a young fighter that I would say we can get behind, it's Abdullah Mason.
Yeah. I'm
saying as of late, representing American boxing, he's the total package. He has, he can speak very well. He gives off, he's very mature. Now that's gonna be a lot of pressure on him. You know what I mean? But it may not be pressure as long as he continue to be himself. He has a solid team. He's very, very respectful. He don't give off bad bitch energy like some of these other male fighters. You ain't gonna see him walking around with purses and he ain't doing none of that. Yeah.
Coach, what really impresses me when you started talking about American boxing, I was like, wow, that's a really good point, because the first thing is he knows how to articulate himself. And I know you say you don't want to throw no shade and nothing like that, so I'm gonna try to hold it together. But my thing with American boxing, I think one person that had the potential of being a face of American boxing was Devin Haney. The problem with Devin Haney is his father speaks for him. And when Devin Haney does do interviews, he just doesn't see. He's not good at articulating his thoughts and putting them together. So I think Abdullah Mason is a great representation. And also, you don't got, there's boxers out there that literally will say "fuck the fans," like Shakur said that "fuck the fans." And I don't think
Tank. I think Tank has said it before. I could be wrong, but I think Tank has said it before. I don't know if Keyshawn did, but I mean that's just what some of these fighters do.
Yeah,
they shoot themselves
I'm
in the
rooting
foot.
for the kid, man. I'm rooting for the kid. I think he's gonna be great for the sport. That's my call, Coach. Keep
Salute,
doing
fam.
great things, Coach.
Yeah, I like that kid. I like that kid Abdullah. Somebody said Bam Rodriguez, but I don't know. Carl, hold on. I don't know. Now Bam is one of my favorite fighters. I met Bam. Nice young man. Bam Rodriguez is one of my favorite fighters. He's a pound for pound fighter. He's a nice young man, bro. Real nice young man. Very soft spoken as well. Very meek, very humble. But I don't know if he's at a smaller weight. He's not the superstar like that has the star power like as related from a popularity standpoint. You get what I'm saying? I'm looking at a black fighter. And then I think Bam represents he represents Mexico or something, right? I'm not sure. I know he's from Texas. I think he's from Texas, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm talking about a black American fighter. Like we don't have any, we got Crawford, but he's older now. He gonna fight until whenever he decides to hang it up. From the young crop, the young fighters coming up, the young black fighters coming up. We got some of the bad bitch fighters, the one that had like the bad bitches and stuff like that. We got them, but then we got those younger ones up under them. So I'm anxious to see what that crop looks like. When I say total package, I'm saying the way a person conduct themselves. He can hold his own nuts in the interview. Very articulate. He's very he keeps it together. You get what I'm saying? He emotionally he's even keel. He has a good solid team with him. He looks like he's very coachable, very teachable. He's a listener. He's patient. He's disciplined because he's been raised by other men who are disciplined. He has a solid foundation. Did you get what I'm saying? I like that. Carla, what's your name? You calling from?
Hey, this Sean again, man, from Duval.
Sean, talk to me.
Yeah, man, no, I wanted to chime back in on that because I was hearing what y'all was saying about the bad bitch energy and all that there, man. I Abdullah, you can clearly see, man, it's when you raise, you can clearly see who is raised with that male figure. You know what I'm saying? And not just a male figure, but a good male figure. You know what I mean? Because having that emotional control, what we saw Keyshawn Davis do, that was just some sporadic, not having control of your emotions. You know what I'm saying? You that's how you've been operating your whole entire life. So nothing changed on the big stage. It wasn't nothing gonna change. That's just how you've been. You would think you would have, grow and have that emotional maturity, but when you ain't been raised around that and you've been, raised around women, you know what I'm saying? It's like that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? There's no shade against the women, but I mean, facts is just facts. You know what I'm saying? So what you're seeing with Abdullah is you're seeing that male figure, that dad did a great job, and then all the boys, it's a trickle down effect. So everybody instilled with the same guidance, you know what I'm saying? And that's what you're seeing from Abdullah. So I think he is the next big American star. I don't think he'll get the big head. I just think he'll get even more confident and stay grounded. And yeah, he's gonna be that next guy.
All right, shout out to Sean Duval, stand up. Yeah, somebody said Shushu Carrington. Yeah, Shushu Carrington. Shushu Carrington is a great, very, very articulate, can speak very well, speak for himself. But fans, again, like boxing is not created equal. Some people get more push than others. Fans gravitate towards this fighter, but they may not gravitate towards the other fighter like that. You get what I'm saying? So the people, at the end of the day, once you become the people's champ, the people are the ones who choose you. When you are chosen by the people, hold on. When you are chosen by the people and you conduct yourself in a professional matter, now the people gonna follow you. The people gonna continue to follow you. Now we have fighters in the past who act the fool like a Mike Tyson or whatever, and the people still love them. Like, Tyson couldn't do no wrong. No, I ain't gonna lie. We had times where people got mad at Tyson and his popularity took a dip or whatever. But the grassroots boxing fans love Tyson. The grassroots boxing fans. Now in this era right here, it's more of a casual fan, social media fans and stuff like that. It's a little different. But back then, you had more grassroots boxing fans. Call it what's your name? You call it from? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello. Damo from Detroit.
J-Mo from Detroit. Talk to me.
Damo.
Oh, Damo. Talk to me.
Yeah. Well, I was calling about that debacle this weekend, and I just, after viewing it, man, I remember me and you close in the same age. I remember when we were coming up, it was a reason why some guys that, we knew guys that probably should be in the NBA or that could play in the NFL or probably could go knock anybody out. It was a reason why they never got to the forefront, because they did like so much history on these guys and what was their pedigree, how would they act, and like I think Keyshawn, dropped the ball, and some of these fighters, man, they need to surround themselves with better people, man, and I think Keyshawn got too many strokers in his camp, people not willing to say the things that they need to say to him. And then the other thing I wanted to say about I like Abdullah Mason. I like how his father has groomed him and raised him. I don't know what level his father could take him to, but I think a lot of these fighters, man, that fathers are training them, I think they're losing out when they get into these next levels because the fathers that haven't fought are seeing this stuff in the ring. How do you prepare these guys for it? So I think with Devin, I think Bill has reached his limit of being able to train him. I think with Mama Holyfield, like I listening to him, I don't know how serious he is of a trainer anyway. But I think these guys, man, that got the family members in the corners as fathers and all, I think sometimes they need to piggyback and get them somebody that has experience that can take them to the next level. Because truth be told, man, Devin looked like he in a decline when those first couple years when he was at a stardom and then he got the championship and become undisputed. He was on a up climb. Now he's like on a decline, but I think that's because of Bill. You can't protect your son. If he's gonna be great, like you say he's gonna be great, you got to kind of take the pacifier out of his mouth and let him box. Same thing with speaking for him and all these fighters. fathers that want to speak for them. They scared to put them in the fire, but it's gonna happen.
All right, salute, fam. Hey, thank you for calling, brother. Salute, fam. Detroit, stand up. See, I will say this. I will say this, right? See, at some point in time, this is what I was taught. This is what I learned a long time ago. At some point in time, the parent has to trust their training, their teachings. If you trust that you did a great job in raising your son, that's a grown man, then it shouldn't be an issue with you allowing him to speak to the media. If you trust that, you know what, I did such a good job on him. You know, when he talk, he represent me. But then I will say this, Carla, hold on. All fighters are not created equal. Some fighters just don't like being in front of a camera. They can't talk. Troy Isley, he don't like talking at all. Good luck getting an interview with him. I got an interview with Troy Isley one time. And shout out to Troy, man. Shout out to Troy, man. Much love to Troy Isley. I got a lot of love for Troy Isley. But he just don't like to talk. He doesn't have the personality for that. Everybody's personality is different. Like with me, if I was a boxer, if I was a successful professional boxer right now in this time, it'll be great for me. I talk a lot of shit. I'm very articulate. I'm witty. I'm funny. I can hold the audience. I can hold the crowd. I will be marketable. I can do interviews with reporters all day. I keep a gang of slick shit to say. You get what I'm saying? And then if I had the skill that Abdullah Mason or a Brian Norman Jr., if I hit like Brian Norman Jr., or if I had the skill of a Jerron Boots Ennis, if I had a skill of a Jerron Boots Ennis or a Baron Rodriguez or Javante Tank Davis or Shakur or Keyshawn or any of those guys or Xander, if I had the skill set that they had, Canelo or Crawford, with my personality, boy, hush. True. With my personality, man, that's why I want the game need. The game needs me. They just don't realize it yet. Call it, what's your name? You call it from?
Lamont, Louisiana, man.
You say Lamont, Louisiana?
Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
All right, Baton Rouge. Lamont, talk to me.
Yeah, man, another one to look out for too. Camaro Moses. I think he's gonna make a good little face for boxing, American boxing. The man can talk his ass off too. And he hold himself well.
Mm-hmm.
And just like a Abdullah Mason, his daddy be in the background too, but he don't really talk too much. He let his son talk. And the man getting better and better every fight he gets. So I think there's gonna be another one right there to look out for. Besides Abdullah Mason.
Yeah, I don't know who all of the fighters are, and I'm not saying Abdullah Mason is the only one. It might be 10, 15, or 20 fighters that I did not mention. But the reason why I specifically mentioned Abdullah Mason is because not only do I have a personal relationship with him, but I sat down and did a one-on-one interview with him twice. So based on my personal interactions with him and getting a chance to be around him and feel his energy, I can speak for him based on my experience. Those other guys I can't really speak for, but you do make a valid point. Thank you for calling, brother. Yeah, cause I can barely hear you, fam. I can barely hear you, fam. Your phone, I can barely hear you, my brother. I can barely hear you. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
Martin from Oakland.
Martin, you're breaking up a little bit, but I got you. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, Coach. This weekend couldn't have gone any worse for Keyshawn unless he fought and lost, man. This was like set up perfect, to make him the face of Top Rank, the heir apparent to, Bud Crawford's throne as, the king of American boxing. And, he pulls this dumb shit. I mean, that's the moment where you got to be humble, swallow your pride, you know what I mean? Instead of, just completely show your ass. Because, I mean, all that little bullshit he was doing in the stands, eating popcorn and all this other stupid shit, like basically like throwing it in the fans' faces that, spent their hard-earned money, because it's like they say, you only get one chance to make a first impression. That's your first time going out of your way to go see that man. That's, even if that didn't hurt your pocket, Coach, that still don't make you feel some type of way. And then to make things worse, it switched up the night to now it became all about Abdullah Mason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you would think like, fuck, I lost my chance to a youngster on the come up that I just did. Let me be on my best behavior. Let me support my brothers, whether they win, whether they lose. Nah, let me go act a goddamn fool. That made Abdullah Mason look even better. And I'm going to tell you one thing that nobody's saying about Abdullah Mason that proves he's a class act. When they brought it to his attention, hey, did you know what Keyshawn did? And da-da-da-da?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I had no idea. He could have piled on. What did Abdullah do? He took the high road, Coach.
Yeah.
That would have been me. Coach, I can only imagine what you would have did in that situation. You would have been like, what that stupid motherfucker did? What?
Yeah, he said,
trying to whoop on motherfuckers with a baby stroller with the kids still in it? God damn. You would have gave it to his ass. You would have flamed that fool.
Abdullah Mason. Abdullah
Nope.
Mason said that, well, you know, that ain't you see me, that ain't how we act, so I ain't really got no comment. He said I ain't got no comment on that. That's what he said. He said I ain't got no comment on it.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, shout out to
that
Martin.
whole night set up Abdullah, Coach. He going places. All right, Coach.
Salute. Hey, shout out to Martin, man. Martin, Old Town, stand up, fam. Old Town 357. Straight at you. 357. 357. Hey, man, shout out to Sean from the Heights. I met Sean from the Heights at the fight. Sean from the Heights, man. Shout out to Sean from the Heights, man. Met Sean from the Heights. Hold on. I met a bunch of brothers, man. All my brothers from Kansas City, man. All my brothers from KC, man. Sean from the Heights. Shout out to Coach Sonny. Shout out to let's give everybody. Shout out to Cello Gloves. That's Edwin De Los Santos trainer. Shout out to Bo Mac, Coach Red, Esau. Shout out to them boys, man. Hold on, what are other dudes I met? Oh, shout out to Kendra. What other boys I met? I met so many people, bro. Shout out to Puka. Puka from Norfolk, Virginia. I'm giving you niggas shout outs. Hey, shout out to Reese from East Oakland. Shout out to Reese, fam. Let's see. Yeah, where are these niggas? I'm Timothy Bradley. I got there. Hey, bro, I enjoyed that trip there, bro. I enjoyed that trip, bro. That money, that's them $1,700 was worth it. That was worth spending that money right there, bro. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, so anyways, yeah, man, I kind of like, but other than that, the crowd was pretty good at the fight. Under the circumstances, it's just that, hold on, somebody say, hold on, what did the dude say? And again, his career is not over with. I don't want nobody thinking his career is not over. So his career is not over. You know, Keyshawn, you know what I mean? You know, it just depends on what type of fan base you have. Hold on. If your fan base is the Ratchets, if your fan base is the Ratchets, the Niglets, the YNs who be on that ignorant shit, and that's who your fan base is, oh, they love that. Your reputation gonna grow with them. Boy, you saw that ignorant shit he did? Yeah, who talking about, boy, see, he about that life, my nigga. See, he went in the whole way, dog, and he was about that action, and he had his baby in a stroller. See, that's some gangster shit. So, yeah, so somebody said something in the chat, well, how we know his popularity hasn't grown? If his popularity has grown, it's grown with them. It's grown with the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the Man-Mans. It's grown with them. For whatever that's worth. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Shout out Coach motherfucking Malachi. It's Reese from East Oakland, baby.
Reese, East Oakland. Reese, what's going on, fam? Talk to me.
What's going on with you, brother? So, hey, first out, shout out to you for the whole weekend, man, because I feel like a lot of, the faithful listeners who listen every day who can't call all the time, like at work and shit, like myself, like I was keeping like updated with all information because you was 10 toes down, there, coming through with the content and the info. So shout out to you for that, man, for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate you, fam. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no doubt. Now with the whole little card, with the stock dropping on the topic, I feel like, it's kind of like we've seen the story before, like plenty of times, right? No matter what the race of the boxer is, but it's like a lot of this should be self-inflicted, and like he literally dump trucking on his own. You know what I'm saying? He on some crash dummy shit. Like, okay, yeah, you did make the weight. Why did you knew you wasn't on par to make the weight the day before at the press conference when you calling out the youngster Abdullah Mason and try to set some shit up that you knew was basically non-existent. Boom, that's one red flag. Then you go to the way and you stupid over, you flexing and doing hella shit, on the scale when you damn near 5 pounds, because you got to think about 4.3. That's damn near 5 pounds. You a junior welterweight at that point. You're a 140 pounder. You at home. You have your whole little homecoming shit. Got Michael Vick. Got all the Virginia
Lil
stars and
Boosie.
shit coming to support.
Lil Boosie was there. I met Boosie. I met Boosie there. He was there. Lil Boosie badass. You got AI there. You get what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford there was across the street in the after party. You know what I mean? Just all of that. We got people coming out, baby, to see the event. Only to find out that y'all ain't fighting.
Yeah, and then like you saying, like I when I was telling the wife about the whole situation, because she be on like the main boxes I be watching, upcoming this and that.
Yes,
and she knew about Abdul and Keyshawn, and she said the first thing that she said was what you brought up, like, yo, what about the people like us that we catch a flight from Cali all the way across the nation to come support the kid.
Yeah.
We asking for time off from work, using PTO, vacation, all the whole shit, making sure the kids took care of. We were in this room, this flight, like, yo, like, what about it? You just pissed on our face, like, you know what I mean? That time you don't get back, like, that shit is like fucked up for the common folk like us though. On the real, like, you know what I mean? That's some bullshit, bro. And to not like apologize or nothing, just basically have your bad bitch nose in the air, picking boogers and shit, picking fights in the back. Like, come on, bro. That shit is hell unprofessional, bro. Like, that shit was weak. That shit was weak ass shit, dude.
But see, this is the thing, right? Keyshawn represent the YN generation. He represent the young niggas. So Keyshawn has the young nigga mentality. He has the ghetto, the ratchet, the hood shit. He you know what I mean? So I that's probably who he's appealing to, the nigga shit. And we're gonna see how profitable that is, appealing to the nigga shit. You know what I mean? So if that's what he represents and that's how he wants to conduct himself, then that's cool. I can tell you that you got fighters like, and it's a bunch of them. You got fighters like Brian Norman Jr. They don't conduct themselves that way. Jerron Boots Ennis, he doesn't conduct himself that way. They don't really talk much, but it is what it is. But they don't conduct themselves that way. Abdullah Mason, hell, even Devin Haney to a degree, he doesn't really conduct himself on that. Well, I take that back. I forgot about the carnival. I forgot about, Dale put hands and foot. Dale put hands and foot on niggas at the carnival, so I gotta put that to the side. But I forgot about that.
Carnies and shit. Carnies and shit was there.
No, nigga, what you said about me? You just got off the merry-go-round. I heard you talking shit when we was on the merry-go-round. What's up now? Man. You get what I'm saying? No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah, find the civilians dollars out of pocket. But let's go. You know what else too though? What you have brought up, like you doing this whole shit in the back with your kid right there though, the stroller. Yeah. Like, yo, that's some CPS child protective services type shit. Like,
man.
Yo, you on some dumb shit, bro. Like how you gonna put your kid in that position?
No, Reese, you wrong about that. That wasn't no dumb shit Keyshawn did with his baby in the stroller. He was trying to show his baby that he about that life. And if a nigga get out of pocket, he could get some straightening. So a real man to do what Key did. You got the baby in the stroller, and the baby gonna grow up being tough because daddy stood on business. True.
Yeah. Hey. Hey, 2-time. True. Nah, but hey, the whole shit was just, it was just a shit show, man. And it's unfortunate because, he had all this praise, like top rank, you was the successors of the next one to come up, get that big contract, go up in weight classes. You got the machine behind you, and you just pissed all that off. So shout out to Abdullah Mason for being the youngster in the whole situation and taking the torch and running with it. So, we just got to support the kid now. And Keyshawn, hopefully, he can grow from this. I mean, he ain't that young, man. The kid's what, 26, 27?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
he's
young,
26.
but you ain't
Yeah,
that
he'll be all
young,
right.
bro.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right.
You know
He'll
what I
bounce
mean?
back.
Yeah, but shout out to you, Coach. I
All
appreciate
right.
the time and keep
Shout out to
doing
Reese,
your thing,
man. East Oakland. Yeah, see, if your fan base is the young niggas, good luck. You know, they like all that ratchet shit. Nigga, I'm ratchet. I'll call on down. Listen, you gotta make your mind up. Do you want to be a businessman or the ratchet boxer? Yeah, nigga, I'm ratchet, nigga. This is what I'm about, nigga. We wicked up, nigga. You know, he cut his wig. Yeah, nigga, we were wicked up, nigga. What's happening? You see what I'm saying? Don't talk about, nigga. You just my city, nigga. You come to goddamn Norfolk, nigga. You better know how to act. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga, I represent, nigga. I got my mama right here, nigga. My baby mama. I got my brother, I got my baby in a stroller. I got my other goons, nigga. What's happening, nigga? What you want to do? And them young niggas gonna be out there. Boy, you so Keyshawn, boy. He stood on business, boy. Dude, what I'm talking about? The nigga shit. True. I'm like, yeah. All the people spent their goddamn money to come see you, and you acting the goddamn donkey. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
Hey, what's up? This Coach Eddie from ATL. What's happening, Coach?
Coach Eddie, talk to me, brother.
What's going on, Coach? Are you familiar with the term black fatigue?
Your phone broke up. I can't hear you.
It's a new. Yeah, it's something called black fatigue that they kind of pushing right now. Some new term, I guess.
Black fatigue. What is that?
I guess it's somebody people tired of black folks or something. You know, acting up, whatever. You know, acting the fool and all of this stuff.
What people? What people you talking about? Who's saying they tired of black?
I guess it's the white people, or you know, other people, maybe conservative.
Let's make this more specific. Are they tired of black people or are they tired of niggas? There's a difference. There's a difference. Because I'm a black person.
The second one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the second one. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's like the entitlement. It's like. First of all, we had the Ryan Garcia. Devin Haney, the whole debacle that lasted for a whole freaking year with it. Then after that, we had this T.O. crap came up, and then we had this Madison Square Garden. I mean, the goddamn fight they had in New York where there was a stud. Then we had Canelo that we've been getting these bad fights after bad fight, bad situation after bad situation. It's good for content. At some point in time, it's like this is almost like it broke the camel's back. It's like this sense of entitlement. And in the meanwhile, we getting B-side fighters. Even Caleb Plant, all that crap that happened to him, you know, got whooped. But we getting B-side fighters who are showing up, showing out, and the A-side can't handle it.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, hold on, cause I don't mean to interrupt. I'm gonna let you finish. You know what keep me though? When I see it, listen, I keep telling you, these dudes be believing the hype. They think because Fight Hype, they think they can't get an interview with Fight Hype. And shout out to Fight Hype, shout out to Ron over there, Fight Hype. Much love to you, brother. But they think we got on Fight Hype. Like I told you, niggas they have bad. They had this bad bitch energy. These male boxers. Some of them have the bad bitch energy. Yeah. Like I'm too fine. Don't speak to me. I'm walking in the building. They be popping their neck like Jamel Charlo. You know what I mean? No, Jamel Charlo be popping his neck when he be talking, and then he rolled his neck. Talking about something, and what? Stuck his neck out like that. I said, this nigga here, like, where did he get that from? That ain't you niggas. I know a lot of niggas from Houston. Houston don't act like that. I don't know where he got that from. Niggas got that bad bitch energy, and I'm like, man, some of these niggas, man, just you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm like me. I don't know about the black fatigue, but I got nigga fatigue. I'm just saying that right now. I'm tired. Like, I got nigga fatigue. I'm tired of niggas. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, I love black people, but I hate niggas. I've been saying that consistently since I've been on YouTube. There's a difference. I don't want people to think that when they see a nigga, that nigga represent black people. No. A nigga is his own category. A nigga is his own nationality. A nigga is his own ethnicity. A nigga is his own race. That has nothing to do with black people. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop seeing the nigga shit and saying, man, I'm tired of black people. We ain't got nothing to do with that. True.
Preach, Coach. Yeah. Preach. Yeah. And that's the same thing. I'm tired of it, man. And like I say, the entitlement. These B-side guys who showing up, who fighting for peanuts, and they putting on. And we got A-side fighters who fighting for millions, and they doing stuff like this. Albright, that was his moment. I was proud of the brother. The brother showed up. He gave Keyshawn Davis a tough fight, first of all, and then he whooped your older brother. And you got mad because he whooped your older brother and went there and started some junk with the man. And the man was the B-side guy came in. He wasn't supposed to win. He spoiled the party, so now you mad. So he spoiled the party. Come on, man. Albright deserves all the credit, man. The man showed up. The man got the job done. You know, be a man, take your wins just like you take your losses, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So all that ignorant stuff, man, it ain't no good. It's a bad look. I know Devin Haney probably glad right now because he off his neck for a minute. He can breathe. You know, but Keyshawn the talk of the town right now, man.
Yeah, man.
Keyshawn the talk. But hey, right on. Everything you saying is right on time, Coach. And keep preaching, brother.
All right, salute, fam. Shout out, Coach Taylor. Yeah, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm tired. Listen, bro, I've been saying this shit since I've been online, bro. So y'all be seeing the nigga shit online, and then you let these goddamn white conservatives or white liberals to paint this picture that, yeah, you get what I'm saying? See how black people act? And the black people, like myself, we sit back and say, look, man, y'all gotta stop this shit, dog. Y'all see some niggas. Cause listen, every culture got some niggas. It's some Mexicans in LA right now doing some nigga shit right now. Mexican Americans, whatever, or some Mexicans who cross the border illegally, whatever, they doing some nigga shit right now. That's, you know, you get what I'm saying? So every culture, every ethnicity got a class of niggas in them. If you vandalizing shit, tearing shit up, snatching people out their car for no reason, throwing bricks, jumping on top of a car, burning down grocery stores that you gotta go to eat, burning down the CVS when you know your grandma and auntie go to CVS to get they diabetic medication. Guess what? We don't want to have nothing to do with you. True. This ain't no conservative thing or liberal thing. This is a human being thing. See me, I stand on business. I say shit that people are scared to say. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna call it like it is. I'm not here to say the popular thing. I'm not here to go along to get along. Fuck all that. You're a man. You got to stand on business, fam. I'm standing on business. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
Raymond 2 times, Coach.
Raymond 2 times.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that one, Coach. Man, niggas be tired of living. Well, I ain't gonna say it for years. Niggas be tired of living around niggas, man. You can't go outside if some niggas arguing ready to fight. You can't go to the club. Niggas might fuck around and hit you with a straight bullet. Man, niggas must be tired of niggas, man. But I ain't gonna lie, that black fatigue shit, it ain't what you think, man. It's black fatigue. It was they basically was saying that shit about the black people that was complaining about the racist white people. And I ain't gonna lie, I do get that shit, because if you know motherfuckers racist, how the fuck you even keep going around these people? Like, nigga, it's places you can go, you can avoid that type of shit. But yeah, that black fatigue shit, that shit was built on them niggas that was complaining about them white people being racist with them. But what I was calling back to talk about, it was
I need you to land your plane on this one, because I got people calling in.
Oh no, you can go ahead, go.
No, go ahead. No, tell what you got to say. Say what you got to say. I just want you to just get to it. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was starting to talk about the media, man. It's the media that be ruined. Because I saw Roy Jones and Pacquiao talking about the fighters to this day. And I agree, these niggas ain't the same, but I gotta admit, man, it's the media and these people with these narratives. They all got their favorite fighters, and they always saying some bullshit. Like Punch Drunk, he was just saying some shit about T.O. not being a duck. He just don't want to fight. And Showbiz backed his shit up. Showbiz was saying, like, you know, don't nobody want to fight no nigga that's running and shit. And I agree, if you were running, don't nobody want to fight you, but that's the excuse. If you a duck, you a fucking duck. You know? And that's my call, so.
Absolute, fam. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, you know, we gotta have a separation. Like, again, you know, matter of fact, let me read the super chat. Shout out to LJ Wright. Talking about quarter of a dub. He say, Coach, I always say integrity is everything. Yes, sir. We got a cash app too. We got a new sponsor for the show today. Shout out to the Martin. Dropping that quarter of a dub. He say, Coach, quote something like, Coach, quote something Steve Kill once said. I met fighters better than you, and they like me. Yeah, for real though. Like some of these dudes just be just overly hyped. And the reason why some of these dudes get a whole lot of hype, because we ain't really got the competition in the fighters who could be marketable like that. So on social media, they'll take a pork chop sandwich and tell you that the pork chop sandwich is filet mignon. And I'm like, dude, you got to let some more time go by so we can see them fight some better opponents, so we can get an idea of where this is going at. Y'all be hyping them up too fast. And that's what. And let me tell you something. This why some of these young fighters today have this bad bitch behavior. Nigga, he don't knock down Poke Chop Willie, and y'all talking about something. Yeah, man, you see what buddy did to OJ Willie? Then you got a bunch of goddamn male group of YouTube channels and some big ones, and they'll promote this because they spitting the narrative to the casuals. They know the casuals don't really know now, so they spitting this bad bitch energy. They're making bad bitch energy videos and male groupie videos because they love they fighters so much. Oh, I just love me some doggone Lord. I just love me some him. I love me some him. Y'all remember that song by Deborah Cox? She made a song in the 90s called I Love Me Some Him. I just love me some him. Boy, Shakur, boy, I'm trying to tell you. Oh, I love me some Tank. Child, Dev can't do no wrong. Did you see how Keyshawn stood on Benny this weekend? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, man, so what happens is, so you got these male groupies that's hyping these fighters up, overly hyping these fighters up, and these fighters are reading, they watching the videos. So they start believing that shit. Yeah, man, what's your name, man? You sure you said about me? Now I'm trying to tell you, dog. And then now these niggas giving off this bad bitch energy. You the baddest bitch like Trina. You can't make this up. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that was Tony Braxton. You right about that, Coach Eddie. I thought that was Deborah Cox. That was Tony Braxton. You right about that. It came out 1996. That was on the second album. You right about that. I love me some him ass. I love me some him ass niggas. You know, y'all, they're a part of I ain't gonna tell that was Tony Braxton. That was Tony Braxton. that was around the time my second baby mama broke up with me, dog. And I was in the car crying. Remember I told you I was in the car crying, Coach Eddie? And her baby daddy was upstairs in the house with her in the apartment with his kids, and I was like, damn, man, why he got to be up there with his kids? I want to be up there with the kids. That's a story. Hold on, call. Let me read the super chat. Hey, shout out to Adrian Lopez. I'm dropping out quarter of a dub. He said that's a solid family in the team right there. Class act, young man. Salute to the Masons. Yes, sir. Shout out to the one, Mr. Ham. Dropping that half a dub. He said, keep dropping them gems, coach. He said, you are a prime example of standing on business and always having a plan regardless of the situation. You enhance your professional network despite Keyshawn's foolishness. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. You know what I mean? I'm going to turn lemons into lemonade. You ain't gonna never see me complaining because the hustler, I'm from West Tampa. Ain't nothing but hustlers come out of West Tampa, but ain't nothing but hustlers come out of Tampa, Florida. So you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm gonna find a way to make it do what it do regardless.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on, Coach? Blood Boxing from out of Gainesville, Florida, man.
Man, Blood.
Hey, man, you made a really good point earlier about the People's Champion when you were talking about Abdullah Mason.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to expand a little bit on what you said about that. First of all, the People's Champ is a champ that is chosen by the people. This champion is not forced down a fight fan's throat. There is no written criteria on what it takes to be the people's champ. For instance, like when Ali was the champ and he was forced into retirement in the 1960s, the status of people's champ had started kind of like right then. And then it was dying out when Ali came back in the 1970s. He lost to Joe Frazier. He then became the NABF champion. He went on what everyone referred to as the people's champ run, in which he promoted himself. It's a chosen status that comes when there's more than one champ in the atmosphere, or there's a popular fighter or a fighter that's on his way to that. And I think that Mason does fit that. And the good thing about being the people's champ is once you become the people's champ, it doesn't matter if you win or lose. When Ali was the people's champ, he lost the fight to an unknown fighter named Ken Norton. It didn't matter because Ali had the people's champ status. Ray Leonard was the people's champ during a brief retirement in the 1980s. You had Pernell Whitaker. He had a people's champ. And this is during the time when he was a young fighter, like what Abdullah Mason is now, right? He took a controversial loss to a guy named Jose Luis Ramirez.
That was a Puerto Rican dude, right?
People would just say, hey, man, that's the people's champ. It don't matter. He's still the people's champ. And that's what I see with this kid, Abdullah Mason, man. It's just one of those guys who's going to be given a status. And you said something that made me think of what I'm saying right now. You said that, hey, once somebody loses, we're going to support Abdullah whether he wins or loses. And that's what happens with a people's champ. The people don't matter. They don't care no more if you win or lose. They love you and they're going to support you no matter what. And this champion, this status, like I said, there's no written criteria. The people choose this champion.
Yeah.
And there's no real way to sum it up. It just happens to fall that way. And I could see it coming with this kid more so than all of these other people, because this kid is coming into his own. The other guys that are around now, like that are a little older than him, you could take what's his name?
Like Devin Haney, the Tanks, the Tiafimo, the Boots
Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, all of these guys, right?
Yeah, they're older than him.
Yeah, these guys want to be Floyd Mayweather. They're not their own people. They're not qualified to be a people's champion. You look at the people's champions in the past, it was big names like Ali, Pernell Whitaker, Sugar Ray Leonard, people like that. You know what I'm saying? I think James Toney claimed a people's champ status in between that time period that he lost to Roy Jones and he was moving up in the light heavyweight. He would always say, well, I'm still the people's champ. And people like that are more qualified to be a people's champion. So big up to Abdullah Mason, man. He has his own thing going, man. People don't have to force this guy down someone's throat. I always said that when this next guy comes along, he's going to come from around some curve or something. We're not going to see him coming.
Yeah. And
I think that's what we're seeing with Abdullah Mason, man. So shout out to Abdullah Mason, man, and keep doing your thing, Coach.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Blood, man. Blood Boston, man. My brother Gainesville, man. That's my nigga there, man. Blood. I fuck with Blood, man. Hey, hold on. That's a good brother there, man. I'll call it. Hold on. See, I know we got that. See, the thing is, the people champ is somebody who the people chose. And it has to be something about you that they gravitate to. A people champ is someone that's a great fighter, while at the same time having a wonderful personality that everybody can latch on to. So you got some of these fighters, they good young fighters, but they don't have a personality. They got the personality of a rock. You know, the people champ is someone who have an attractive personality, and the people just choose you. You get what I'm saying? Like, I like to look at myself as the people champ in boxing on YouTube. I'm not the biggest. I don't have the subscribers. I don't work for the Zone like Showbiz the Adult. I don't have the subscribers like those guys have, or Blue Bloods or She Goes or any of those guys. But I feel like I'm the people's champ. You get what I'm saying? I show up every day. You know what I mean? I make it do what it do. We very entertaining. We talk that shit. And guess what? We ain't on the payroll of no fighters. We gonna give everybody a fair shake. But if they get out of pocket, we gonna check them. And then we gonna move on to the next. Do you get what I'm saying? I feel like we the people champ over here. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Sean from the Heights.
Sean from the Heights. Oh, Sean from the Heights. What's up, fam? What's up, brother?
Hey, Coach, the weekend was wild, man. I mean, look, first of all, this thing with this weight and all this. Look, Sweet Pea would have never. Okay. Sweet Pea had like 40-some fights, and like 15 of them was from down there.
Yeah.
He ain't bringing all that ignorant shit with him. He came in, did what he was supposed to do. He had issues outside of the ring, but he ain't missed no weight. He put on for a city. He did what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn, he gotta get it together, man.
Yeah, you was there. Let everybody know. Let everybody know what the energy was like there. From your experience.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, like all the Davises, they really just took an L, man. For real. Like you said, they don't need to have fights at home. They need to go out of town or something. Because it got to the point. Remember when his brother Kevin was in there? And he kept getting hit with all them flurries, and everybody was oohing and ahhing.
Yeah.
They really started going for the other joker.
Yeah, they started going for the other guy. Yeah, they did. You know what? You knew that. I forgot all about that. You right about that, because when Kevin was getting hit with some punches, even some punches that really didn't hit him too hard, everybody was like, "Ooh, yeah, you right." I forgot all about that. You right about that. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, so in conjunction with that, with them people on showing Keyshawn, they booing Keyshawn and his brother getting hit with the flurries, they was really going against them.
Yeah.
And then look, he's 6'12". Why he keep squatting, man?
Yeah, I don't.
You tall. You fight tall.
Yeah, you fight tall. That's what we were talking about. I was like, man, shoot the jab, you have a 4.5 inch. It was either a 4 or a 4.5 inch arm reach advantage against this guy. And bro, you would not shoot that jab. You 6'3". You 6'3". You got a little short dude in front of you. Well, he ain't short, but he's short in comparison to him. I think he was like 5'9" or something like that. 5'10". Like you 6'3", fam. You're supposed to be snapping that jab.
All the young fighters out there that's listening, if you tall, fight tall. It's not your fault that your opponent is shorter than you.
Yeah.
Fight tall. Hey, coach, I seen you down there. Hey, look, y'all, coach was down there screaming it like a white woman. He was screaming, shoot the jab, shoot the jab, shoot the jab.
Yeah.
And this dude would not shoot the jab. I just feel like,
Yeah.
I
That
just
shit
feel
was
like
frustrating, bro.
Hey, and you know what's another thing with Davis? I just feel like it was sort of like Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia to the point where they wasn't looking at the fight in front of them. They was trying to look at the next fight afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So I think that's what the whole thing with the Davises was. It's like, we ain't even worrying about this. All this is going to be easy. But the amount of time jokers came to boogie.
Yeah. You know what they did? Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Even though Keyshawn wasn't the main, even though the fight got canceled, I was shocked at the crowd. It still was a lot of people in there under the circumstances. Yeah, to be fair. Yeah, it was some empty seats, but it was a lot of people in there. To be fair.
And so, you know what I'm saying? Like them out of town jokers, they came to boogie.
They came to get down.
This is my first time seeing Abdullah Mason live. And I think Youngin got a good path ahead of him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything most of the stuff that he do in the ring is on point. I didn't know his footwork was that good.
Yeah.
But seeing it live, it's like, yeah, he really is a problem.
Yeah.
I think it was like in the 4th round, he hit the dude with the flurry, and then the dude tried to cover up. He stepped around on his right side. When he put his hands down, he didn't know where he was.
He stepped around him. Yeah, he stepped around him. He stepped around the weak side. Yeah, he stepped around him. Yeah,
and just went right back at it. So I think he got a good road ahead of him. So, but what you think is next for him, though? What you think is next for him, dude?
Well, he wants to fight Noakes. He wants to fight Noakes for the title, the WBC title or the WBO title that was vacated by Keyshawn Davis. He wants to fight that guy. I think his name is Sam Noakes out of the UK, and that's going to be a hell of a fight because Sam Noakes is a pretty good fighter. So yeah, he wants to fight him for the title, for the vacant title, and I like that. I like that. I don't think that if a fighter gets stripped of a title, instead of elevating a fighter, let number 1 and number 2 fight for the vacant title. So I think that's the fight he wants to make next, from what they told me.
Real quick, since I'm here from the DMV, I'm from up here. What you think of Scooter, man? What Scooter got to do?
Damn, did I see Scooter fight? Yeah, I did see Scooter fight. You know what? I really don't. I vaguely remember his fight though, so I really can't. Can't really speak on it too tough. I vaguely remember his fight because I don't know what the hell I was doing. Was I really paying attention? I don't know. I can't answer that.
All right, well, when you get up DC, man, holler, man.
All right, for sure, man. Shout out to Sean from the Heights. Salute, fam. Yeah, Sean from DC. Yeah, Sean was there. Sean from the Heights was there. We was talking and everything. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Sam Noakes, that ain't gonna be no easy win right there, boy. Sam Noakes is 17-0, and I think he got like 14 or 15 knockouts. That's gonna be a hell of a fight right there. And he 5'8". That right there, you know what I mean? And we don't know if that fight gonna be in the UK. So that's what I was saying. Like the youngin, if the youngin, now a lot of people, Carla, hold on for 1 second. A lot of people in America, they never heard of Sam Noakes. They probably don't know who he is. They probably look at this is another white fighter. He should be able to run through him. But no, he good. Sam Noakes is good. You get what I'm saying? I can't even front. Just because you don't know who the fighter is don't mean he's not good. He good. So, and if Abdullah Mason was to go to the UK and fight him, he definitely going to be behind enemy lines against all odds. But he'll be doing something that some of the greats have done. Marvin Hagler had to go to the UK and fight and fight Mentor. Terrence Crawford had to go to the UK and fight what's my man name? When he won his first title at 114. I mean, not 115 in 2014. Ricky Burns, he had to do that. Errol Spence had to go to the UK to fight Kell Brook, coming down from weight. So if that's what he got to do. That's how that's how legends are made. Call him, what's your name? You call it from?
My name Richie from Boca.
Richie from Boca, talk to me.
Facts on the going overseas thing. I think just like we don't know who Notes is over here, I don't think they're really too familiar with Mason over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he's gonna have to fight not only the boxer, but he's gonna have to fight the hometown advantage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's gonna really have to beat him if he travels way over there to fight him for that title. And I think that's gonna look good for his career.
Yeah.
Second thing I like about Mason, like the other caller said, he's like a no-nonsense type guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a boxer. He's not trying to be Floyd. He's not trying to wear VVS diamonds and all that type of stuff. He's here to show that he's a good boxer. You know what I'm saying? I get tired of seeing all these duplicate Floyds. You know what I'm saying? They trying to wear chrome heart and all this whole other stuff. Like, man, listen, you a boxer. You know what I'm saying? Floyd started a wave of where you got to wear your money. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see that in Abdullah. I see him as a straight no-nonsense type guy. You know what I mean? And I like that. I think he got a bright future. But to get to Keyshawn, I think since he missed weight, I wouldn't even show up to the event. He tried to act like he was still, you know what I'm saying? When he showed up, he walking behind the brother. He was like, what the fuck what are you doing here, man? Like,
you showing up there?
You just cost us all. Man, dog, I was pissed off when I seen him try to walk out.
Every time they showed him on the Jumbotron, the crowd booed him.
That's what come on.
The crowd booed him.
From the house, like, stop showing him.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, stop showing him. Man, listen, you should have been banned from the arena. You can't even make weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really, they had to refund 2,000 people. You feel me?
Yeah,
Imagine that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think he did that on purpose, for real, for real. I know it's difficult to make weight and all these type of things, but you didn't get notified that you had to fight this guy 3 days before. You had plenty enough time to make weight. You know what I'm saying? I know people say, like, it's difficult, but that's your job.
That's your job.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's
your job.
Goddamn, welcome to the fight game part of that what you signed up for. Like, you signed up for this. So, yeah, that's another thing that killed me. Hey, shout out to Richard from Boca, man. Salute, fam. Hey, that's another thing that killed me. Yeah, man, it's hard to do that. Welcome to the fight game, partner. That's what you signed up for, right? You've been doing it all this goddamn time. Has it ever been easy? No, it's never been easy. You chose to fight at that weight. It was hard. It was hard, dog. It was hard. Okay. You did the right thing, move up. You did the right thing, move up. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, bro, like, again, man, accountability, man, like, this is the thing, right? See, a man takes accountability. There's no way that, I'm glad Edwin De Los Santos got paid. I'm glad he got paid because he was fighting an uphill battle. Because he was an underdog. Everybody was saying that he was going to get knocked out in about between 6 and 8. I had people on Keyshawn Davis team tell me that before he weighed in. Yeah, we gonna get him out of there, man. He finna get knocked out between 6 and 8, this and that, yada, yada, yada. I saw when Edwin De La Santos, I think he stepped on the stage or something. Then I had to leave because I interviewed Timothy Bradley. Man, I got that interview dropping too. Me and Timothy Bradley did a sit-down one-on-one interview. So you get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, and it's like, bro, like, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. You don't make the weight. That's fine. It's cool. I'm not tripping on that. I'm not just tripping on that. I get that. My thing is the people who spent money took their time out to travel there. Now, it's another thing if we would have found out a week ahead of time, yeah, man, I ain't gonna make the weight, man. I'm trying to lose weight. I ain't gonna make the weight. You know, let's see, can I work something out with Edwin De Los Santos, or we can fight at a catch weight of this and and whatever. Like he could have worked that out a week ahead of the fight. But when you miss it by that much the day before the fight, and then the fight gets canceled. The day before the fight, people already done flew in town at this point. People already done flew in town, dog. They in town. They at the Marriott Hotel downtown, where I was at on the 18th floor, room 1810. You hear what I'm saying? You know, where all the fighters was at. They here now. Lil Boosie don't showed up. Boosie badass. Terrence Bud Crawford don't showed up. Everybody happy to see Crawford. You get what I'm saying? Allen Iverson don't showed up. He crossing niggas over. He hit a nigga with a crossover in the middle of the street. You know, I didn't see Michael Vick. They say Michael Vick's supposed to showed up. You know, showed up and showed out. There was a lot of lovely ladies in the audience. A lot of lovely ladies. Dudes sipping on cognac, sipping on hen dog. Everybody, the people in there smoking weed in the building. They were smoking weed. I smelled it. You get what I'm saying? You know, all that stuff there. So I'm like, the people came. They came to party anyways. Thankfully, Abdullah Mason came in there. Thankfully, Abdullah Mason came in there, saved the day. Dub said, you went to the after party, coach? Yes, I did. It was 2 after parties, though. There was one where not Michael Vick, with Allen Iverson, Lil Boosie, and Terrence Crawford was at. That was across the street from the hotel. I didn't go to that one. I went to another one. I went to another after party for people my age. people that was 35 and up, or people that was 40 and up. I went to that one. You know, I went to the senior citizens. I went to the senior citizens after party, but I couldn't stay. I couldn't stay because I had to do the Abdullah Mason interview. So we had to end up leaving. You know what I mean? Anywhere there's some YNs at, you will not find me there. True. I don't go to YN trap events. How many of y'all niggas gonna be there? Oh, all the y'all niggas gonna be there. Nah, I'm gonna pass on that. Because we know what's gonna happen. We got a sponsor. Hold on. We got a cash out. Shout out to Richard Herbert. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a dub. He said that he says Mason reminds me of a quiet Ray Leonard. I don't know. We'll see about that. We got a sponsor. Shout out to Mr. Juan Carlo. Hey, okay. We're dropping that. Bam, hundo on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. Mr. Juan Carlo, what you say, fam? He say some back end money for trying and the trip. Peace. Hey, I appreciate that, fam. I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, see. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't go to clubs. I'm gonna tell you why I go at.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, I go to brunch bars. What is the brunch at? You know what I mean? I go to brunch bars, sports bars, shit like that. We got this spot here in Tampa off of 56. It's a club called Tally Ho. And back in it used to be just when you go in there and shoot pool and play pool. It was kind of like a sports bar. Now Tally Ho, where a lot of people be at, you got people my age at Tally Ho still trying to party and hang out. Then you got the YNs that's there too. So you got the old niggas and the young niggas mingling together in Tally Ho. At Tally Ho, they do concerts there. It's a small little venue, little sports bar. They do concerts there. When the rapper come there, you already know what's gonna happen. Somebody gonna get shot in the parking lot. It's gonna be some niggas. It's gonna be some fighting and all of that. I don't go to Tally Ho. True. Some of my friends watching this show right now, they be there. I ain't going there. Now I went there in the daytime. I went there in the daytime with a couple of my partners from West Tampa during the daytime. I was reluctant to go during the daytime, but it was a fight. It was a fight there. You know, not a fight. It was basketball game there. So during the daytime part, about 5 o'clock, it was cool. When the lights go down, I'm not gonna be there. For what? For what? What am I be there for? For what? Ain't shit there. Every time I turn around, some niggas get shot in the parking lot. I ain't missing nothing. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach, film by Ali, ATL was good with you, bro.
Ali, ATL, talk to me, brother.
Man, first of all, man, big respect to Abdullah Mason. Coach, boxing fans will never forget that fight. That was his fight.
Yeah, that was his fight.
He you know what I'm saying? Boxing fans will never forget that monkey shit that Keyshawn did. That's gonna be a forever stain on his career. But Abdullah saving that fight like that is gonna stand up forever for him. You know what I mean? My 23-year-old son, who's not even a boxing fan like that, he's a casual. Much like myself, you know, he's a casual. He's aware of Abdullah Mason, man. I'm calling it right now. Abdullah is a superstar, man. He's the next face of boxing. Abdullah Mason is the next face of boxing, coach.
You know what? I think he has a total package. Again, I'm not saying that he's the most talented. Yeah, but he like, man, it's just, bro. Like I could speak for him because I met him and I was able to sit down with him. And I'm telling you, bro, I was able to be around their team, from Jay Prince to his father to all of his brothers. And bro, it's a certain energy this young man give off, and he has a likable personality. People like him. They genuinely like him. Definitely. And I'm starting to see a shift. People like starting to really want to root for him. Now, I'm not saying there's not any other young good fighters out there. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying for me, he has that it factor from a not only just from a boxer. Even if you don't think he's the greatest boxer, I don't believe that at all. You know, I'm not saying he won't take a loss or two. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying from a personality standpoint, a character, his energy, his demeanor, the manhood that he displays, and he don't know ignorant shit. He's a good representation of our people. Well, go ahead.
And that's exactly what's going to propel him into that zone. I'm calling it, man. That dude's going to be the next face of boxing. Like you said, it doesn't really matter as far as the consequences of his career, like a loss or two, because that ain't really what makes you the face. It's the people, and he generates that connection, that energy with the people. Man, I really see him as the future of boxing. I really see that. So, hey, but this is what I want to ask you though, real quick. I want to get out your way. My thing with the monkey shit Keyshawn did and his brothers running up in the brothers shit, right? That's just nigga shit. That is what it is. I'm curious on how the hell how they was able to run up out of there. Because you don't make me and you both know some boxers. You make a play like that, you might not get up out of there, man.
What
kind of camp did he have? I don't know the brother's name. What kind of camp did he have? What kind of security was in place where they was able to run up in there, do that shit, and not run up out of there safe?
What happened was they I think the brother said on camera, what the dude named Albright, he said that when they saw Keyshawn them come in there, you know, he thought they were just there to help celebrate with him and congratulate him. That's what he thought. So there was no red flags. Then I think he said Keyshawn grabbed him, pushed him to the wall and headbutted him. Initially it was said he got jumped, but he didn't get jumped. You know, he headbutted him and then he rubbed his head in this guy's forehead. And then it spilled. Then the security was pushing him. Then the security, when they saw that, they grabbed him and the police or whatever, and they pushed Keyshawn them out of the locker room. And then that's when everything happened. And when it on camera, when people saw what happened on camera, that was after they got pushed out the locker room and all that stuff allegedly popped off right there. So I wasn't. I saw when it was in lock. I saw when it was in the catwalk because I was standing like I was a good little distance from it. You know, I wasn't over there next to it, you know, because it was in the catwalk and I was over there where the media section was at. But just this particular time, I was just standing up in the walkway going towards the ring, looking at the fight. You know, looking at the fight. And then I heard they were talking about, I seen a little commotion. I looked back and I saw that, but I wasn't directly over there, to be honest with you.
I got you. Hey, Coach, TMP, ATL, man, I appreciate that, man.
Hey, Snoop, man. Hey, Snoop, man. Shout out to Ali, man. Ali, stand up. ATL, stand up. Shout out to Damian Bennett. What'd you say, Damian? You said I think we'll find out in this next fight. meaning if he's a draw. Yeah. See, hey, Damien, this is the thing, right? Abdullah said he wanted to fight in Cleveland. I think he deserves a fight in Cleveland. I think he deserves a fight in Cleveland. So let's just see. He was the biggest beneficiary from this. Like I told him, I say, look, man, your opportunity, I know they Muslim. I said, well, listen, Allah is the best planner. One man's mishap is another man's opportunity. You got an opportunity to fight in front of a home crowd, a crowd that's not yours in Virginia, and you was able to, put on a good performance. Now, I wish Nakathila wouldn't have stopped fighting. I wish they wouldn't have stopped. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know if he quit in the corner or his corner waved it off. I don't know exactly what happened, but he didn't come out, right? I hope that they would have allowed the fight to continue so we can see a knockout. Either he get knocked out or maybe Nakathila could have caught Abdullah and knocked him to the ground and maybe knocked him out or knocked him down or whatever. I wish we would have been able to see the finality of the match inside of the ring. But that ain't Abdullah Mason's fault. I mean, Nakathila, for whatever the reason it may be, it is what it is. So, I wish we would have seen that, but but if a fighter quit in the ring, ain't nothing you can. I mean, on the side, ain't nothing you can do. Shout out to Mega Royal, dropping that half a dub. He say Keyshawn act like he's 35 and over Twitter now. Hey, shout out to Bo Praise, dropping that quarter of a dub. He say, Coach, I flew into Norfolk to support Keyshawn at the arena sweep he built. He said this weekend made me never want to spend another penny on supporting Key again. Oh man. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
See, this is the thing, right? We have a lot of good young fighters, but the fans pick who they think is going to be the one to carry the banter. We got a bunch of good young fighters. But does that young fighter have that it factor? Do you get what I'm saying? Does he have that it factor? And the it factor encompasses a whole lot of different things. Like you got Devontae Tank Davis fans. He got that it factor for them. Majority of his fans is the YNs. Carla, hold on. The majority of his fans is the YNs, the niggas, the young nigga shit. Majority of his fans is the ratchets, right? And then a lot of the casuals. But he has that it factor. He can fight anybody. He can fight this ink pen. Knock this ink pen out at the Barclays Center, and his fans going to be happy to see it. Well, you know what? There's a lot of his fans now that's like, nah, we want to see this nigga fight somebody. As a matter of fact, when I was talking to the brothers from Kansas City, my main man Steve, that's what they was talking about. They diehard Devontae Tank Davis fan. He said, yeah, man, but we to the point now where we realize Tank ain't fighting nobody. I didn't even bring Tank name up, but it pivoted to that. What else we were talking about? We were talking about Deontay Wilder. Let me write this down. Let me write this down. Deontay Wilder. We were talking about Deontay Wilder. And oh boy, Lord, man. Man, the Boston ain't been the same since Wilder got knocked out, man. Over here in America. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, Coach, this is Mason from Flint, Michigan. What's going on with you, boy?
Mason from Flint, talk to me, brother.
Man, listen, I ain't gonna get on here kicking the young nigga back in, man. Because about 15 years ago, I used to be the young nigga doing dumb shit. But God damn, that's a way to fuck up the whole goddamn division in a matter of a weekend. 135 just got turned all the way to fuck around. Mm-hmm. Let's see, Lomachenko retired. Mortala got the IBF now. The WBO vacant. 135 is on a whole new trajectory. But it's kind of fucked up that all the good boxing we had this weekend, and this young nigga had to go and do some goofy ass shit like he did, and it just takes the spotlight
off the good fights that we did have. Worley knocking out Haney.
Yeah.
Junto unifying the division and knocking out his opponent on Sunday morning. Jayo Pataya breaking my man's fucking face in 6 rounds. And it's like, yeah, but we got to handle this Keyshawn shit.
This is American.
That shit was out of pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, man, this American boxing shit, you've been saying this the past couple of months.
This shit WWE.
This American boxing shit, this shit WWE, this shit falling off. We got to tighten up. And my man, the way Keyshawn went about Friday, Saturday, and not even making a public apology on Sunday, bro, that's a bad look. Hopefully the young nigga learn his lesson and bounce back. Like I say, man, about 15 years ago, I was the young nigga doing dumb shit. So I'm going to shoot the nigga some bail, get a nigga some grace.
Yeah, the difference is you want a young nigga that's a professional boxer who has fame and notoriety, who's fighting in the city when you got thousands of people coming to see you fight. And then you got your baby mama with you got your kids with you got your wife, your mama with you, and you get what I'm saying? You lose your bet on the scale, and like it ain't, it's one thing to be the young nigga that used to do dumb shit, because I was with you on that. I was a young dumb nigga myself. But it's another thing to, when you're a professional boxer, a world-class fighter, and you have access to resources that the average person don't have access to. You got access to Terrence Crawford. You got access to all the promoters. You got access to everything at your fingertips. And you went, your mama, you come from a single mother. I don't know who your dad is, but you come from a single mother. You get what I'm saying? You and your brothers, and y'all came up from nothing and this and that. Like, there's a difference. All young niggas doing dumb shit, it's not the same. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
We can't judge it the same, but I got you.
No, I definitely understand what you're saying, and that's right. Hopefully, little buddy can regroup. His career ain't over, man. We done seen fighters do way worse shit than this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fucking, like my man was saying earlier, nigga, we watched Tyson bite Holyfield fucking ear off in the ring.
In the ring twice.
And fighting, you know what I'm saying? So it's like but like you say, don't lean on that mental health shit. Don't even give me that shit, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm an average American citizen, nigga. I make $80K a year and I go to therapy. So, nigga, I know $1 million nigga like you can afford some fucking therapy.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear that mental health shit. But hopefully, I'm going to shoot the young nigga some bail. It was some goofy shit. Totally bad look. Ain't shit going on in Norfolk, Virginia. And you had it. And you had the momentum.
That was
you
it.
You had the spotlight. And you blew that shit, bro.
Yeah,
you ain't got nobody to blame for that shit but yourself.
All right, shout out to Mason, man. Salute, fam. Flint, stand up. Hey, listen. Mason made a valid point. That fight right there, that was Keyshawn's coming out party. Now he did win the title against Dennis Berenchi. He did that. But this was his follow-up fight against an opponent who everybody was like, wait a minute now, hold on now. I don't know about this one here. This was the one, this was his like coming out party. Michael Vick coming out. You get what I'm saying? Shawty Big Nuts coming out. Whole Kid Cheese coming out to this one. Pork Chop Willie showing up. Boosie Badass showing up. Diabetes and all, Boosie showing up. You get what I'm saying? She got her own house and her own car. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? And guess what? And you can't even fight. You'll fight careful. Nigga, that's like, hold on. Carla, hold on. That's like me. That's like announcing a wedding, right? Yeah, man, me and my husband finna get married. Me and my wife finna get married. You don't see invitations out to people. People don't got on planes, flew from all over the country. They come to the wedding. They see the big day. Booked hotels, rented reservations, only to find out the day before the wedding. Ain't gonna be no wedding. But don't worry about it. We got the bridesmaid the bridesmaid and the man of honor, we can salvage this and we can make them get married. The bridesmaid and the man of honor is cool, but we came to see. You get what I'm saying? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? You the last call.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing, man? This Tone from Detroit, Michigan.
Tone from Detroit. Detroit, talk to me, fam.
Hey, so I just wanted to touch bases on everything. Everybody looking at this fight like Keyshawn did all this by himself. Now, if you watch and go to the press conference when dude and my man started talking about when they was gonna fight, they told the whole story right there. Dude said, "I'm gonna steal the show like I'm supposed to do." Dog said, "Yeah."
Come on, Dula Mason.
He slid that in. Yeah, he slid that in.
Yeah.
Now, when they asked my man over there about when he was gonna fight him, he said 99% of the things you plan for don't happen. If you watch all that shit was scripted, bro. I promise you. Go back there and watch all that from the press conference. They all knew. That was all the act.
When you say they all knew, what you mean by who they all knew? Like you talking about the fighters included?
Top rank Bob. I think they all knew the night before that he wasn't making weight. They knew that.
Yeah.
If you look at that, they told the whole story.
Yeah.
That's why Abdullah said, "I'm gonna just come steal the show like I'm supposed to." My man gave it away when he was like, "Oh, he slid that in. He slid that in." Y'all gotta watch it and catch it, man. But
I watched it, but I don't think Abdullah Mason knew that he was gonna be the. I don't think so.
Abdullah Mason had a feeling that he was gonna end up taking the show. The Bob Herman, all of them.
Yeah, but he was talking about his performance though. Like he was gonna have the best performance. That's what he was talking about.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, at some point in time, I think they all knew the night before that he wasn't gonna make weight. And that was all the act. That was all the act to hype it up. And that's why I say I don't think it's just him. Because if you watch that, it'll tell you direct.
I was there.
Subliminal. You just got to look at it.
I was there.
Any of the callers on here, go back and look at the press conference before when Abdullah came up and look at that whole situation. It told you everything. But that was my piece, man. Peace and love.
All right, shout out to Tone from Detroit, Snoop fan. Yeah. I totally disagree. with that. I think right now you're looking for a conspiracy. The conspiracy is not there. Abdullah Mason ain't had nothing to do with it. I was there, fam. I spoke to members of Keyshawn Davis's team. I was physically there in the ballroom. I spoke to his team. And Abdullah Mason damn so didn't know. You might can say, well, members of his team knew. I can give you that. But Abdullah Mason didn't know that. When he said that he gonna steal the show like he always do, he was talking about his performance. I'm gonna outperform. That's what he was talking about. I know for a fact the Masons didn't know. They didn't know. I was there, fam. I spoke to the people. They didn't know, bro. I'm telling you, they didn't know. They didn't know. You get what I'm saying? So, anyway, let's give everybody a round of applause. You can say his team knew. Yeah, you can say that. But Abdullah Mason, nah, he ain't, you know. You know what I'm saying? That what he was talking about. He was talking about his performance. Bob, I saw Bob Bam, Bob, I forgot my main man, the security that people Bob, the former fighter. My thing is, man, me personally, I think Keyshawn Davis' stock is taking a hit. He's going to bounce back. People are going to put this behind him. They're going to forget about this. And, because I think Keyshawn Davis' fan base is kind of like, is the Ratchets. And so the Ratchets, they don't care about Keyshawn. Listen, Keyshawn could have had a fight on the catwalk with his baby in his left arm and shooting jabs with his right arm. The Ratchet niggas gonna be like, yeah, you see who said that nigga? Boy, Keita won. Keita true. That nigga was throwing hands with the baby in his hand. True. Now the civilized folks of Norfolk, Virginia, they would have been like, man, what the fuck this nigga doing? I can tell you, the people in Norfolk, Virginia in that arena, they did not condone that shit. So I can't put this on them. But them young niggas, Boy, nigga, you sure he did? Nigga, that's Key, nigga, Key, the businessman. He stood on business. Yeah, but he lost $1 million. His fighter got paid anyways for not even having to step a foot in the ring. You wasn't able to perform. You tricked all these people. Had these people come from all over the country, different places. They come see you fight, knowing damn well you weren't gonna make the weight. And then you so arrogant and prideful. Instead of you humbling yourself and saying, you know what, I want to apologize to my fans for not even making the weight like this. This is very unprofessional. I'm going to try to make the weight. Though Edwin De Los Santos' team is giving me 24 hours to try to at least make the weight as best I can so we can salvage this fight or whatever. I guess he thought Keyshawn thought he was going to still make the fight. But then when the lady asked him, the reporter, you know, are you going to try to make the weight? Or are you going to try to make the weight? He said no. Well, we just going to pay Edwin De Los Santos, because I heard they offered him another $300,000. I saw Edwin De Los Santos, but I spoke to his team. I'm not going to say the person's name because I don't want to throw him under the bus. I was there in the same hotel. So yeah, man, you get what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. And you can't blame Bomac, he the lead trainer. You can't babysit these niggas. Bomac got 1 million fighters. You're a professional. If you're a businessman, stand on business. A businessman don't mess the bag up for nobody, especially if it's something that's in his control. You want to go fight. Nigga, hold on. Matter of fact, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up like this here. Keyshawn Davis did have a fight this weekend. We saw the fight on the catwalk. Whatever happened in the locker room. I guess Key was like, man, I'm telling you, man, shit, nigga, I'm going to fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I'm fight somebody, dog. Like, nigga, it's finna be something up in there, bitch. My brother's on fault. Keon did his thing. Keon did his thing and got the knockout. Shout out to Keon. Kelvin lost. Nigga, I'm going to fight somebody. Shit. You lost your money. Come on, fam. True. You hear what I'm saying? Shit, I tell you what, man, we pulling up the next fight, Norfolk, Virginia. I got my dog, Nick Sack Promotions' very own. Listen, next fight, Norfolk, Virginia. Shout out to my brothers and sisters in Norfolk, Virginia. We coming back. Nick Sack Promotions is coming back. I'm bringing my fighters from Nick Sack Promotions. We gonna listen. Hey, we gonna make it do what it do. We coming to Norfolk. Tell Keyshawn to sign the contract. Oh, pussy ass nigga, what's going on, boy? I'm telling you, boy, I'm knock your fuck ass out, boy. Blow for blow, pound for pound, nigga. I got the title, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, I'm finna knock one of you what kind of niggas out. Nigga, I got these hands, nigga. I'm throwing them paws at that nigga, finna knock your ass down again, nigga. Get your ass back up, nigga. Don't run, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, I want all the smoke. Nigga, I'm throwing them paws, nigga. I'm putting them hands on you, nigga. I told you what I'm gonna do to you, nigga. Catch you with the check left hook. Nigga, check left hook, nigga. I told you, boy, pound for pound, nigga. I'm the best. This more action than any Devin Haney fight. Put these paws on you, nigga. I told you, I got you backing up, nigga. I got you backing up. Nigga, watch that check left foot, knock your ass down again, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, it is what it is, nigga. I'm gonna make it do what it do. I'm telling you, boy, we ain't even playing over here, boy. Hey, guess what? And we gonna make weight. See, my fighters at Nick Sack Promotions, we make weight. We gonna make weight. We gonna steal the show. You get what I'm saying? Steal the show. Hey, shout out to Amadi Shakur. We gonna make weight. We gonna steal the show. You get what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. If Abdullah Mason, Keyshawn Davis, any of them dudes fight Hippity, that's gonna be their first loss. True. You know, that's gonna be their first loss. Hippity, the pause speed. The speed of the pause. Y'all ain't seen nobody throw pause like that. Y'all ain't seen that. You did?
Who you think he is? DJ Quick? No, I ain't saying Kick Capri? I didn't say that. Oh, you must be Jimmy Walker. Well, you ain't nothing. You don't deserve nothing. You don't get nothing. You get what I give you. I got a contract between me and you that say you do what I tell you to do. Therefore, shut the fuck. Don't say nothing. Don't speak to me. Don't look at me. I tell you something. Money, you know, I just said. Blue, if I raise up, gonna be trouble. Trouble. I'm walking off.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to tell you, dog. Like we ain't playing the Nick Sack promotion, man. We ain't playing over here, man. It is what it is, man. Shout out to the hood. You know, the hood showed up. The hood didn't show up in Norfolk, Virginia. So we got to give a shout out to the hood.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
See, I wanted to see the speech. You know what I mean? Keyshawn could have stood up in the ring. I want to thank the whole hood. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. See, that's the problem. See, let my nigga, you got the hood here. Bro, get what? Niggas was smoking weed in the arena. They was smoking weed. I'm dead serious, dog. Hey, but nigga was smoking weed in the arena. I'm like, bro, I'm talking about this. This wasn't the main event. They were smoking weed before the preliminary started. Bro, hey, listen, before the preliminary started, they were smoking weed. Soon as a nigga walk in there, God damn, what's some nigga got some gas? There's some gas I smell over here. Some goddamn well. Damn, these niggas in Virginia smoking like that? Damn, I ain't know they had weed like this in VA. Where the weed at? Hey, yeah, where the weed at? God damn, shit, these niggas got some gas in this motherfucker. I don't smoke blunts, but I may come out of retirement and smoke one a day.
True.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, these niggas got some. Them niggas have some gas in that motherfucker.
Don't everybody believe in Google? Go Google that shit.
Yeah, for real though. You know what I mean? Where the weed at? Oh well, Keyshawn doing nigga shit again. Keyshawn doing nigga shit. Don't worry about it, man. But where the weed at? Shout out to Mo. No, I already read that one. Shout out to Big Boss.
Don't everybody believe in Google? Go Google that shit.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say, Coach, what do you think about Mama Holyfield got to say about Keyshawn? I mean, Mama Holyfield can't say nothing. Mama Holyfield boy ain't fighting him. What can Mama Holyfield say? Nothing. You get what I'm saying? You know, my son would never do that. He would never go anywhere and act like that. You don't let the nigga go nowhere. Your son on house arrest. You listen. Put it this way. You ain't gonna never see Kid Austin out nowhere by himself. He ain't got no license. He ain't got no cell phone. He can't be on social media. Like Kid Austin's under his mom, Mama Holyfield, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The girlfriend got to come over, and we gonna have the girlfriend and we're just gonna stay here. We don't need any of those guys. And then Mama Holyfield give off bad bitch energy. She's a bad bitch. She one of these. Mama Holyfield is one of the type of whores. She give off this energy to where she thinks she better than everybody. We're not like those other blacks. We like the Spanish women, the Hispanic women, and the white women are really good. We don't like that ratchet stuff. Like he one of these bougie niggas, bougie bad bitch, big forehead, predator dreads, that was crocheted in his head. You get what I'm saying? Like alligator mouth. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I'm just trying to tell you. Popping his neck, rolling. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Like Mama Holyfield can't say nothing. You got too much shit.
True.
Mama Holyfield can't say nothing. That's the wrong part. Nigga, don't say nothing. Nigga, just keep your mouth closed. Nigga, keep your mouth closed and get your hair done.
But this bum is taking the easy matches, fighting other bums.
Yeah, nigga, yeah, that you get on that bad bitch. These niggas with the bad bitch giving off bad bitch vibes. I'm tired of these bad bitch fighters. I am. I'm tired of these bad bitch fighters be giving off. Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Salute to everybody, man. Hey, y'all know what time of TI is. We're going to... Yeah, it is what it is. Y'all know what time it is. We're going to... Hey, shout out to the lovers out there. You in love? It is what it is.
Make it last. Make it last forever. Don't let I love you.
Yes, sir. It is what it is.
Hurting the group. I'm the best thing ever happened to this damn group.
Nobody's bigger than the group.
Y'all ain't stupid. I'm the one selling the records. They coming to see me.
They coming to see the Temptations.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Yeah, you ain't gonna never see that nigga out by himself anyway. Stop. Oh, ass nigga. Mama Ho. Y'all know that's a nickname, Mama Ho. We don't call her Mama Ho no more. We just call her Mama Ho. Mama Ho ain't gonna do nothing. Mama Ho ain't gonna do nothing. Gator Mile, Predator. Gator Mile, Predator. Joel Jefferson in the front, Predator in the back, looking like a goddamn bass. I'm like, Lord have mercy. Shit. Yeah, yo, sassy ass. Sassy, zesty. You get what I'm saying? You never seen a sassy, zesty goddamn male. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Y'all know what time it is.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
Y'all know what time it is.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you? 5.
And I tell you what, sometimes you got to send them goons.
Gloria Day and the Set Trips.
These niggas don't play. These niggas don't play. We don't play. You ain't heard. They be tripping. We be tripping. So they swerving on. We swerve on. No faking and no snitching. Repping hard for the set. Oh, mamas, it ain't no lie. Because niggas gonna bust. Niggas gonna bust.
What it is. It is what it is, man. Y'all know what time it is. Like this nigga here.
There's nothing that I can do. Sorry, I moved my camera. There's nothing that I can do other than just be patient, let these boys keep talking that smack, and me be who I am. Damn, phone number falling. I mean, my bad. Look.
Hey, you know what? Some of these niggas, you know, your estrogen levels are a bit too, it's getting the best of you, my brother.
You need a testosterone injection. Your estrogen is getting the best of you, my brother. You need a testosterone injection. Your estrogen is getting the best of you, my brother. You are part of the estrogen-based anti-masculinity movement. Stop worrying about me with no shirt on. You are part of the estrogen-based anti-black masculinity movement. I just came from the beach in St. Croix. I took a dip with the ancestors. Is that all right with you, Negropean? I just took a dip with the ancestors. Is that all right with you, Negropean? I just took a dip with the ancestors in the ocean of St. Croix. Is that all right with you? Stop worrying about me and no shirt. Somebody get that brother some testosterone. Somebody get that brother some testosterone. His estrogen levels are a bit too high.
Yeah, some of these fighters, their estrogen levels are a bit too high. Some of these boxing moms, we ain't got but one boxing mom in boxing. That's Mama Ho. Some of these boxing moms, they estrogen levels are getting too high. So you gotta understand. Then I think Mama Ho. I think Mama Ho going through a menopause too. So true. I think Mama Ho going through a menopause. I probably should call and be like, Mama Ho, look here. You know what? I didn't realize something. I realized that your pH balance, your pH is kind of off. It's kind of unbalanced. I didn't realize that you going through. You been the only boxing mom, the only woman in boxing, boxing mom in boxing. I didn't realize that your pH balance levels was a little uneven, and you going through a menopause. You know what I mean? So I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. True. Psych. That'll never happen. No, sir, that'll never happen. It is what it is, man. Y'all know what time of TI is.
See your eyes shine, she's my soul bunny, please. And with the lights too, she's my sweet Dr. Queen. Track to my nose, this lover's got it so raw. Make it move, stepping out of control. Turn it up, it's me against the light. Snow bunny, moving on the bar. Everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel. No, that's dancing in the law. With my snow bunny love. When party by the night. See
Let's give everybody a shout out. Y'all know what time it is. Shout out to Ruben Allen. Shout out to NPR. Shout out to IBS. Shout out to Summit November. Shout out to Buck Nasty. Shout out to Amani. Shout out to NPR. Shout out to Ozzy Dawkins, Jonathan Ramirez. Shout out to the lovely Mika Lovem. Summer in November. Drumming for life. Shout out to Tex-Mex. Shout out to Manuel. IBS is in the building. Shout out to the Neighborhood Hebrew. Shout out to TM. Shout out to Julio Don. Let's see. Shout out to Mason. Let's give a shout out to the callers. I know I used to do that. Shout out to Raymond Moore. Shout out to Raymond from Illinois 2 times. Sean from Duval 2 times. Corey from Texas. Mr. Cook, Jacksonville. J Mac from Jersey. Shout out to Damo from Detroit. Shout out to Lamont from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Martin from Oaktown. Shout out to Reese from East Oakland, deep East Oakland. Shout out to Coach Eddie from the ATL. Blood Boston from Gainesville. Salute, brother. Sean from the Heights from DC. Richie from Boca. My brother Ali from the ATL. Mason from Flint, Michigan. Shout out to Tone from Detroit. What the fuck? Oh, it's the doggone dog jumping on the goddamn door. Every time I do the wrap up, Cookie be like, okay, he wrapping it up. He wrapping it up. She jumping on the door. Shout out to Devin Man Smalls. What's going on? Shout out to Devin Man Smalls. Shout out to Damian Bennett. Shout out to Devin Man Smalls, my main man, my brother Rose. Shout out to Superman. Dex. LJ Wright. Shout out to Corey Fields. Y'all ought to know what time it is, man. Y'all know what it is. We gonna hit you with a little bit of something, like this here. You dig? We gonna make it do what it do. Yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is, man. Shout out to Herb Winston, Lee, my sister Tila. Shout out to the lovely Miss Connie, Sheila from Houston, Mr. Kendall Price, my brother from Baltimore, man, Damian Bennett. Salute, brother. Superman flying through to save the day. Shout out to Nando Ramos. Shout out to Dex 2024. Dex say, Coach loves mama. Facts. I can't stop talking about her. Hey, Dex. Hey, that is true. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I have an obsession. With talking about Mama Holyfield. Every chance I get, if I get to throw a shot at Mama Holyfield, it just ain't gonna be right. True. Nigga say you love Mama Holyfield. Yes, I do. I love talking about her. Isn't it? I love her, but what do we love about her? I love talking about her. Anyways, shout out to the Cardenas. Shout out to Jeremy. Jeremy from New York. Mr. Corey Bradley. Shout out to everybody watching on X. Shout out to everybody watching on Facebook. Shout out to everybody watching on Rumble. Peace to everybody, man. Much love. I'll catch you guys on the next one. You know my motto, don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace. Y'all been on the lookout, man. I got some more content, interviews dropping. I'm finna get to editing right now. I'll catch you guys. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.